Well, my delightful friends, welcome to the show. Give me a second, we'll get this thing off to the races. You got me and Tech tonight, boys. Miss Bunny Button is feeling under the weather. Sterling is right. Like the stream. Come on now. I mean, unless you don't like it. You may not like it. You may be like, I'm not going to like, Hang on one sec. We'll get rolling on a river. K-Nubs, thank you, buddy. He says, yeah, get all that pre-stream XP that's immediately negated by the super duper chat. You goddamn right. Don't hate the play, I hate the game. You goddamn right. Thank you, K-Nubs, for the first super chat of the night. We'll put that on our goal for this evening. Let us now begin. Technology Protection, are you ready to begin the show?
I'm ready, Jaffe.
Well, then let's begin. Welcome, my dear friends, to the madhouse. Tonight, our dear Bunny Button is not with us. She's not feeling well. You know what's weird, though? I'll tell you in a minute. When do you miss Bunny already? Give us a chance, man. Give us a goddamn chance. Maybe this will bring back the great days of Tech Talk with me and Jay and Review Tech USA. Somebody call Review Tech USA. Tell them we need them in here to pinch hit tonight. Hey, there we go. Welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Oh, I'm in Bunny's chair tonight. Look how big I am. And Tech's up in the rafters up there. RTU is on right now. But now listen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Madhouse. We appreciate you being here. Let's start the show, shall we? So tonight's show, my dear friends, is going to be just Tech and myself and anybody who wants to call in. The phone will be live in just a second. We got stories, we got topics. We're going to try to make up for the shit show that was last night. However, I do want to say we wish the best to Bunny Button. Everybody is sick. Rob the Mod is sick with COVID. My ex-wife is sick with COVID. My daughter was sick 2 weeks ago. She comes home from work today and says her throat's starting to hurt. Bunny Button, we don't know what Bunny Button's got because Bunny said to me this morning, she said she was feeling, achy and feverish, but she would be okay to come into the show tonight. And then she's like, now I'm throwing up and I can't move. So I don't know. Maybe this is a new now. I'm not even fucking with you. There is a new, viral thing going on in China again. And I'm not even joking with you. We talked about the COVID flu November before anybody was worrying about it. And lo and behold, in March, everybody was shut down. So in China right now, there's a lot of unrest because parts of the country, they have locked down like COVID restrictions because something is starting up again. And when you know it, maybe we've already got it here. Maybe we've got it here in the States already, or maybe not. But I will say, I mean, I got over it. Tech got over it. It doesn't seem, unless you, were you vaccinated?
I'm still kind of sick.
Were you vaccinated, Tech?
For COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah, when the vaccines first came out, yeah, I had to. But when they first came out, right? This is after government work.
Okay.
But I went and got the first one, and then I went back, and I was like, I'm a new guy for sure. And they gave me the other one, and then I did it again. I got all 3 vaccines day one.
That's not how it's supposed to
That's not trube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not real. I made that up.
Are you vaccinated or no?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I mean, I got all the boosters and everything, but I mean, do it. The good news is I got over it after a couple of days. You and Sarah are still a little sick, but we'll see how it goes. I wish the best for you guys. Matthew says with RFK, we're super fucked if we have anything like COVID again. That guy's a fucking moron, but the whole goddamn administration this is not the political show, but knowing Tech and it'll probably veer into that. But I have topics that are not political, so I'm going to try to stay away from that tonight. And maybe tomorrow we'll do a live episode of Political Fatties, which is our show about politics. Now, When I turn on the phone, we don't have to answer it. You don't have to call. But it's going to be on for you, man. Welcome to your, what is tonight? Wednesday? Now, if you're, it's Wednesday. Yeah. If you're a video game fan, you got to be excited. You don't have to be, but I am. I'm excited tonight because at 1:00 California time tonight, Battlefield 6 comes back. The Battlefield 6 beta. And there's new maps set in New York City. A lot of good stuff. But I want to tell you what we have planned for you this evening, because we don't show up to your party without something. A little something. That's what you say when you want to flirt with a lady. You go up to them in a bar and you're like, "What up, lady? You want a little something?" Now, it hasn't worked out for me yet, but I hear that's what you do. And one day
you are connected as the host.
A real successful
Welcome,
thing
host.
for me.
You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
All right, so if you want to call in, there you go. There's the number. It's up. It's live. 888-910-7235. Now, call in about whatever you want. Here's the thing. We have, if you are a slasher fan, if you are a horror movie fan, and you are a slasher fan in particular, at $50, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it'll be part of this show, we are going to unlock a delightful treat, if you're a slasher fan, that we will trot out at the end of the show. But if we unlock it, I'll tell you what it is once we unlock it. At $125, we'll go an extra hour. Right now, we're scheduled to wrap it up at 8:30. We'll go up to 9:30 with an extra hour. Those two amounts are cumulative to get us to the $300 mark. If we get to the $300 mark after the stream tonight, we will go into the Discord and stream the latest, greatest horror game, Ludo, that all the kids are talking about. I will take a piece of dope because when I'm high, playing horror games is delightful. But that's a cumulative amount. Right now, let's just see if we even have any interest in the first two goals. So that's what's happening tonight. The other thing that's going to happen before we get to the first story, it's not a 7-Eleven pizza. And Terrifier 3, we're going to do as a movie goal because I haven't seen it yet. And everybody said we should do a double feature of Terrifier 3 and then Sinners, is what I think. Not tonight, but like maybe in the next week or so. Okay. Twisted Metal from earlier. We didn't make that goal, Rocker Matt, so we'll keep pushing it. When we next Gabbin' and Games, we'll put up the same amount. Tech goes to McDonald's before the show, and he comes back and he shows me this, acting like I'm supposed to know what the fuck I'm looking at. It says, it's hard to see because the lights are low. It says, McDonald Land, welcome to McDonald Land. Now, my understanding is McDonald Land has a Fortnite map now, and you can go in there, and if you guys would have ordered your food on the app, you would have gotten a special code to get something in McDonald Land. I'm assuming that's what this is about, but we're going to open it on the stream because this just went live today, apparently. I don't really know what... you don't know what's in here either, Tech, or you do know it?
I have no idea. I pulled up in the drive-thru. I was like, "Oh, this is brand new. It came out today." And I was like, "Oh, what is it?" And they're like, "Well, do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. I guess you got me. Consumerism or whatever."
Well, yeah, I'm curious, Do y'all ever cook? Sometimes. Tech cooked the other night. He made enchiladas. What is this?
I like cooking.
We didn't get a code because they didn't order. They didn't order on the app. You have to order on the app for the code. Okay, take a trip through McDonald's Land. It's like a little box. Let's see what's in the box. Winnie Paltrow. Spazbo, it just popped on my screen. Spazbo's playing Mage Arena. We were playing that earlier today.
That game's fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's the game where you basically are fighting wizards and sorcerers, but you have to say the spell in your microphone. It's cool. The fuck is this? Okay. Are these magnets? What the fuck is this? I love to yap.
Funny.
I don't know what I'm looking at. These are like the little fry guys. These are French fry characters. Are they stickers? In pursuit of fries. Fry friends. Okay, here we go. McDonald's Land passport. What the fuck am I looking at? Travel the French fry Thatch. It's a postcard. I'll tell you what, the first person to donate $30 tonight collectively, I'll send you a postcard in the mail tomorrow from McDonald's Land. We got 2 postcards, so it'll be 30 and 30. and it'll go towards the goals. If you want a postcard from the very famous Papa Jaffe. Okay, not so famous, but still. Now, what is this? McDonald's land passport. These are like the papers to guarantee ICE won't pick you up, I suppose. Why would they give me a fucking McDonald land? What the fuck do I need a passport for? What is this? What is this gimmick?
There you go.
They're running.
Maybe it's in partnership with ICE. They're like, here you go. Can't be the U.S., but we got you a spot in McDonald's land.
Fry. There you go. So if you want a postcard, though, there you go. Okay. Oh, I do have a code. Hang on. Scan now to discover more in McDonald land. Okay. Well, maybe we should do that. Does Rich have a way to call into Discord? Oh, sure. He can just call in to put himself in the waiting room. We're on each other's Discords. Or he can just call on the phone. Okay, do you guys want to go to McDonaldland.com and see what the fuck this is, or we want to move on to the first story? Tech, you make the call. You're the producer. What's happening?
Let's go on to the first story.
All right, we'll go to the first story. This will be saved here if you guys want it later towards the end of the show. Okay. What's our first story tonight? Okay. Well, the first story is just kind of letting you know that as the years roll on, more and more of your favorite television show homes are going on the market, or they're being turned into museums. Do you like the Breaking Bad TV show, chat? What do you guys think about Breaking Bad? I've never really gotten into it, but I'm giving it that much of a chance. But I hear people say it's the best TV show ever. You ever watch it, Tech?
I've watched season 1. Breaking Bad is fixing to be good.
Okay, it took a whole season before it got good?
No. It's the joke is Breaking Bad fixing good.
Oh, I've never understood the title Breaking Bad anyway. But anyway, so the guy who owns the home, I think he bought it now. He's selling it for $4 million. Or he says he's going to turn it into a museum, which is the home that Walter White lives in with his family, and the opening where he learns he has cancer and blah, blah, blah. And then also I saw the Poltergeist home from the movie Poltergeist is also now being turned into a bed and breakfast that you can rent. It's basically like a Airbnb. It'll cost you, I think it's $8,000 a night. To stay in the Poltergeist home, which is decorated kind of circa 1982. And, it sleeps up to 8 or something. So it's not like one person's supposed to pay for it. But, it's kind of cool. I'm trying to think, like, if there was a home, where would I want to stay the most? Like, what would it take for me to go, I want to spend, like, I would love, if somebody said you could spend the night in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion, that would be great. If somebody said you could spend the night, even though the West Wing was set, so that really wouldn't hold it. Where would you don't really know much about pop culture though, right, Tex? So you wouldn't stay. Nothing would appeal to you, right?
The iCarly set.
Are you joking?
Like the iCarly set.
Why? I thought you didn't watch TV when you were a kid. How do you even know?
It's like I had some time on my hands, but like it's like a 2-story like super condo in Seattle, I think, and there's like a slide that gets you down to the first story and like a huge production studio up top. That sounds fucking based.
Were her parents dead and she was being raised by his brother? Who was that guy that was there?
Spencer is her older brother. Her mom died, and the dad is like a general in the Navy working on a submarine or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not able to come home. But Spencer's old enough to take care.
I know they made an update to that. I think I watched a little bit of it with the kids, and it was like, it's okay.
I don't know. Maybe
they had a good house. They had a good place. Jesse had a good house. From the Disney hit show Jesse, I suppose. But anyway, Sterling would choose the Paris catacombs. I would choose though. Yeah, I think I would choose. The Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. By the way, Left Control Gaming has joined again the Diet Soda Soldiers. Thank you, buddy. It's great to have you back. We very much appreciate that. Tech, give him the sound effect of your choice while I add him and Good sir.
I want you to unban me because that's some bullshit that I got banned in the first place.
Okay, so we're going to add K-Nubs. Thank you for that super chat. He says, Rich is about to call in. Tech, will you keep an eye on the Discord and wait for Review Tech USA? That brings us up to 5, 6, 7 plus 5. We're at 12 towards opening the Slasher fan gift. Now, I think you guys are going to appreciate the Slasher fan gift. Yeah, thank you, K-Nubs. Thank you so much. And thank you as well, Left Control Gaming. Okay, we're at $12. No, that's wrong. 12. I want to fuck in the Fighting Pits of Rome, says Split Fries Media. Do they still have those? Anybody see the Gladiator 2 movie? How was that? Okay, Rich is calling. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, hello. Where's Rich? Where's Rich?
Is it on your phone?
No, I don't know. Is he calling? Oh, there he is. There he is. Hang on. Does he want me to? He just popped there, but he didn't. Oh, I missed a call. Let me call him. Let me call him. I don't think it'll. Hang on. Yeah, we'll bring Rich on in a second. I want to talk to him about. Jay, and how Jay hates me all of a sudden, or maybe always. I don't know about that. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to Rich. And then I hear that Robbo says I'm working a double shift because all my employees are fucking terrible. Thanks for the entertainment. Thank you for the entertainment. I don't know what that means. No, what's your job? What do you do? No, I know he's calling on Discord, but I basically I'll just call him and we'll see what happens. Let me just say I'm going to call him. Richard, where you go? Okay, so Tech, can you hear me, Tech?
Oh, hello, sir.
Well, where'd he go? Where'd Richard go? Where's Review Tech?
I'm streaming on my channel, therefore, if the source won't work.
Can you see my visage, Richard?
Yeah, I could see your beautiful fucking face right now.
Why? But I can't see you because it'll leave, right?
Let me see what happens. It might fuck up my stream, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Not yet, baby.
Allow while visiting the site.
Not yet. What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it ain't gonna work, son.
All right. Well,
at least the video's not gonna work.
No, we don't have to do video. We'll just talk for a brief moment. So you're streaming right now.
Yes, I'm streaming right at this moment.
What are you talking about on your stream? I have a few questions for you, fella. But before we get to my questions, I am curious, what are you talking about on your show? What do the people like to hear?
Well, hold on. I'm getting a text-to-speech. I should have turned that off before Austin will get to you in a second. Shit. So, yeah, I'm going to give you the formal warning about Becky.
Are you talking to me or is this your text?
You.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to you because I heard you wanted me to call in and give you the details on her.
Well, I just heard that you guys were lovers.
No, we were not lovers.
What happened?
We have hung out like three times on a personal level. We hung out.
Okay, but you never had any kind of intimacy with this lady. I thought that was the story.
I've never stuck my dick in her.
Okay. Did you want to? Did you guys want to date?
Well, yeah, for a moment I did, but the way she's making it, you would have thought we were like in a fucking relationship. We never were into a relationship, period. But she made it like we were interacting all the way back in 2008. The first time I ever hung out with her on a personal level was in 2019. 2019. And like I said, it was like 3 times total from that point on that we got together.
Gotcha. Okay, well then I don't know, but I mean, I'm just asking. I've always gotten along with her, but I don't really have any real commitments with her. I don't know if we were to actually have any kind of real, beyond just kind of nice colleague relationship. If I would start to see things that people don't like about her, but she's always been nice to me. Here's the question. I found out through the grapevine that your ex-boyfriend, Jay, he doesn't like me. My producer said that he was in a chat where Jay said, I would never go on a podcast with Jaffe again. And I was like, I never did anything to the guy. I always liked the guy. I
No,
was so
this
disappointed.
is exactly his wording. He said it on this live stream before. He's like, no, I like Jaffe. He said verbatim that I like Jaffe, but I would rather jump out of my window than do a live stream with him.
But why?
He's
What
like,
did
I like
do?
him. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to sugarcoat what he said either, but he likes you. He just doesn't want to do a live stream with you.
Well,
He has no issue with you.
Fiddlesticks. I'm excited for him. He's making a movie right now. He's filming the behind the scenes and everything.
Yeah,
and,
he's cool with you, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Is he making a horror movie? Is that what's going on?
I think so. Yeah, I see. He's been busy with a lot of stuff. We're
was
going to be
sick.
doing
He was
some
very
streams together. Yes, very sick.
Yeah. Sad to hear it.
It's actually, I was about to say, hey, way out in mid-August. It's actually mid-fucking August. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
Life is moving too fast. Anyway,
So how is
we're
your
going to be doing stuff.
Okay, good. Okay.
What's up?
No. I thought you were finished with that story about Jay in mid-August. You're saying you're going to be doing some stuff with him in mid-August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only fans completely naked. But what's good? What's up, man?
No, I just hadn't talked to you in a while. I missed you. I wanted to see
Yeah.
how your stream was going. I was curious. I have somebody in the chat. Amber Heard's Turd says, "Listen, Rich, you son of a gun, unban me. I still watch your content and love your takes." Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
if
I
it's
saw
she or
you.
he.
Amber Heard's Turd. That was that actually came from Wings of Redemption.
Okay.
Because he was like Stoneface and he was just pissed off and someone was named Amber Heard's Turd. Maybe it was that Amber Heard's Turd right there.
Okay.
And he said ban Amber Heard's Turd. That's where it came from.
Oh no. Okay. Well, there's their message sent. Okay. So I know you're doing your stream. What are you talking? You talk about DSP a lot. Now, what is that about? Is that like every day it's DSP? And is it that you don't like him?
No.
I don't even know.
Well,
I barely know who he is.
I don't.
He masturbated on camera is what I know.
Okay. Oh man, how could I sum up DSP with you? It's like watching modern Truman Show. I've been talking about actually a lot about Epstein, about Trump, about all that bullshit that's going on right now.
Man. That's some shit.
So when we want to escape that, we actually escape to watching the quartering suffer, which brings me joy.
It brings me joy. Is he suffering?
Yeah,
Tell me. How's he suffering?
Oh yeah, dude, he's not getting the same viewership, and people aren't as supportive as they used to be with him.
Wait a minute.
Trying
what happened? Why? He was like the shit, and I figured with Trump winning again, he would be like, everybody would love him now because
dude. If anything, because there are people, or even people who voted for him, are seeing that he's how awful he is, which kind of knew he was going to do this, but whatever. They're like, nah, I'm good with this shit, man. This wasn't it. and he has this live
the quarter pounder. He's still supporting Trump, and that's what's getting him.
Oh yeah, he's still that right wing grift thing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, it's going to shit. We started just doing politics on our show. I know people didn't like it at first, and some of them still don't, but it's hard not to live in America right now and not be talking about politics, I assume some of your chat pushes back too. Like, we don't come here for politics, Rich.
Some do, but not as much as they used to. Because it's like, all right, this is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
This is what's weird to me as Alex Jones too. I mean, he's kind of fallen off the Trump train now too. But in the beginning, he was kind of being like, oh, maybe the deep state is keeping Trump from opening his mouth. It's like, dude, shut up. And I remember thinking to myself with Alex Jones, it's like, you back in 2009 were screaming from the mountaintops about these elite pedophile cabals. And here is one right now.
Right.
And you're like downplaying it. Stop it.
As much as I don't really vibe at all with MAGA, I love the fact that they won't let the Epstein thing go. I think that's fantastic. I think it's nice to see them finally going, okay, wait a minute, this shit is unacceptable. And there's a lot of other shit too. This ICE stuff and the Marines on the fucking American streets. I don't know where it's going. But I'll tell you what, Rich, if there's a war, you and me will do like we'll be like Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam. We'll just do the stream for the troops. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'll get
whatever, Jaffe.
I'll get my Mossberg loaded up too to make sure keep
Yeah.
people at bay.
This is.
It's. I mean, dude, you
scary.
realize this too. I don't mean to keep blabbing on here. Epstein, one of the last pictures he was in, he had an IDF, Israeli Defense Force shirt on.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, I mean, there's a lot of rumors he was in Mossad, right? There's so many fucking rumors about.
It's more than rumors at this point.
Well, I mean, so here's my question then. So let's assume you're saying you feel he was working for or with the Israeli government. Do you
at least with one intelligence agency?
Okay. Do you think he's still alive then, and his death was faked?
No.
Okay.
No, I think his death was murder, not suicide.
Oh, I think yeah. If he's dead, it was.
He
murder.
thought he said I think he said to his brother or somebody. The person he said it to, I could be wrong about, but this was they were talking about it, that he was afraid that Trump was going to kill him. Come on. Epstein said this.
Let me ask you this. So you feel, correct? Tell me if I'm putting the dots together the way you are. You feel then that as an agent for one, or as an employee of one of these government agencies, his job was to get dirt on powerful people so that government agency could blackmail these people. Is that basically the
200%?
Okay.
I guess officially I'll have to say allegedly, but come on.
Right.
He was gathering. Why do you think we are so, like, Israel is so up our ass? Because Mossad has so much dirt on our and AIPAC is lining so many pockets, but they have dirt. His whole his house in New York City, or his townhouse, which is more like a fucking palace, Epstein Island, there were cameras everywhere. Everywhere. It was a blackmail operation. There was something that Clinton was going to do with Israel. He was going to try to do some kind of two-state solution.
Oh, right.
The Israeli prime minister at the time had what they're saying is that he had dirt on Clinton. All of a sudden, after that phone call, that deal did not go through because Israel didn't want it to.
My understanding is that
we know that
was blamed on Arafat, but maybe the truth is it wasn't Arafat. Maybe it was Israel. But it's so hard to know because then there's also this thread of anti-Semitism running through it, and it's like how much of it's that.
I think that the Israeli government, because I'm not against the Israeli people in the slightest.
Yeah.
The Israeli government, Bibi's fucking regime, is hiding behind that. So if you question the massacre that they are committing as we talk right now, and you're like, oh, then you're just you're against Jews. No, I'm not against Jews. I'm against you because you're a piece of shit.
Well, I think Netanyahu, everybody knows the guy's a fucking war criminal. I mean, that guy, he should have been in jail anyway, and he did this not to be in jail. But, I don't know. Tech asked me a question the other day. He said, if you could press a button and let Israel get their way or the Palestinians get their way, which button would you press? And I think it's clear Israel, or at least the government of Israel, has just vulgarly, disproportionately responded to October 7th in the way that they have. But
there's even rumors too. This is not confirmed that Israel let October 7th happen so they could use it as the impetus to do what they're doing now. That is not confirmed.
Sure.
I believe it was an IDF shoulder. IDF shoulder. I just said IDF soldier that said this, that they were like, oh, gee, this massacre is happening. We have all the intelligence in the fucking world, but let's get there conveniently late so we can let it happen. I think they showed up there like 7 hours after it happened on October 7th.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing that they said about 9/11. I mean, the biggest problem with our world today is it's so easy to believe any and everything because facts no longer really matter to most people, sadly. So
that's true too.
What you're
100%.
saying is totally believable. Like, I wouldn't put it past anyone.
Yeah, and you don't know what's it. Yeah, that's why I said allegedly too. We're going by an IDF soldier that's saying that they were told to stand down. That he could maybe he's disgruntled because he got fired. Who knows? But and right. There's so much information out there. You get a tsunami of it, and by design, there's misinformation, whether purposefully or not purposely put in there
by
too.
Design. That's Steve Bannon's playbook. He's just like throw everything and overwhelm people, and so they don't know what to look at. It's shit's getting crazy. We should talk politics on a full stream soon, but
Yes.
I'm glad you called. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad that that the story of you, and because I was having sexual fantasies of you and Becky in bed together, and now I just know that they're fantasies, and I can keep them as that. But be well. Thank you for calling in, and let's talk very, very soon. I'm glad to talk to you, buddy. It's nice to hear from you.
You would need the jaws of life to get through her ass cheeks. Anyway, all right, Jack. David, thank you. I'll talk to you later.
See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
All right,
Bye.
there he goes. All right, let me bring Tech back in. Let me figure out how to do this. I don't want to fuck shit up. I don't want to fuck it up. I know how to do it though. Hang on. Don't worry. And Mish, I will get to that in staggering. You know what Mish said a couple of days ago?
What a young man you are.
Hang on a second. Let me put this camera on. Let me bring Tech back in.
Oh, hello.
Well, that was nice to talk to Rich. I hadn't talked to him in a while. Good egg. Mish, first off, thank you so fucking much for that very, very generous super chat. We very much appreciate it, buddy. I'll add up the numbers in a minute. But you know what Mish said in Discord a couple nights ago, or maybe it was even last night, that made me very, very sad. He said, and I think he was joking. I hope he was. But somebody, I think it was K-Nubs, who was like, they don't appreciate my donations. And Mish is like, yeah, or whatever. And I'm like, do we not do a good job making it clear how grateful we are for y'all's donations? This show, I mean, Tech and I every day are looking at numbers going, is this a viable show to put on the internet? So when we get any donations, let alone donations of this generosity, we're pleased as punch. Tech, do you think we don't do a good job making Mish's dick feel better? What do you think's going on with that?
I think we do okay, but you know what we can do? Look, our top donators, if you send us your dick pic, we will give you a dick rate. Me and Jaffe, we'll grade your penis.
But how do I grade a man's penis?
Well, there's three factors, right? Yeah. One is appearance.
Okay.
Right? Two is going to be how do I say this in the nicest way?
But even appearance,
how much of an alpha wolf does this like energy? What's the aura factor of this penis that we're looking at?
Yeah, I don't know if I need to see that. I'll rate something for you, but I don't want to look at your fucking penis. I don't want to look at your penis. Split Fry says, Jaffe, I'm going to need to go back to the LCU. I mean, hey, there's no accounting for taste, but why? What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong, pal? All right, so we have basically blasted through the gift for slasher fans. I'm going to tell you what that is in a second. Tech, do your goddamn math. So $72 for the cumulative scary horror game, which I hope we get to play because I want to take some dope and play horror games with you guys tonight. But in the meantime, in between time, the $50 goal has been demolished, and I'm going to tell you what that is in just a second. We will be playing that at the end of the stream. And so if we were at...
We're at 67, right?
672. 50 plus 12.
Where do you get 72 from?
50 plus 12 is 60. 64. 60, no.
We have 50 from Mish, 10 from Amber, 2 from K-Nubs, and 5 from K-Nubs.
Okay,
that's 7 plus 60 is 67.
$67. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so that is $17 into the extra hour.
Whoop, whoop.
Is that right? Okay. Let me tell you what you have earned, opened, won, whatever the word is. If you like slashers, and I love slashers. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Split Fry says, you did nothing wrong, Jaffe. I just think the more the merrier. What does that even mean?
In the LCU.
The more the merrier.
There should be more of you in the LCU.
I don't know what he's talking about. Can you articulate, please? But
more people in the LCU is better, is what he's saying.
More people. I don't understand what he's saying. Here's the point.
Jesus.
Here's the point. If you love the slashers like I do, you will notice a very big slasher has been missing for a very long time. If you know the slashers, can you identify who has been missing from our lives? Who has been missing from our lives? Do you guys know? Hello, Tare. One of the greatest slashers of all time. You want to just tell you, or do you want to guess for a minute? What do you think, Tech?
Well, I don't know. I don't watch movies.
Oh yeah. Well, it's here's a hint. Okay, fuck you. It's Jason. Jason
I thought it was Scream.
Yeah, Black got it. Bick got it. Jason Voorhees has been tied up in legal red tape for a very, very long time. And finally, it's all gotten worked out. And today, what they're calling now Jason Universe has just put a 15-minute short. This is a literal short. This is a short made by the franchise. This isn't a fan film. This is the way that they are looking to introduce. I don't think our picture's on the screen, is it? Hang on. They are looking to introduce this character back into the zeitgeist. And so at the end of tonight's stream, we will watch what's called Sweet Revenge, the new Friday the 13th official short. That will be coming up right at the end of the stream this evening. So thank you. I haven't watched it yet. It's gotten good reviews. Apparently it's very violent, very bloody, return to form, as the kids say. But the film is actually out. It just dropped today. So we are going to watch that today. Sterling, thank you so much for the super chat. We very, very much appreciate it. That kicks us up to it's a $3 super. That $20. $20. Let me add that to the ring-a-dinga there. So we are now at $20 out of 125, and we are $70 out of 300. We may just make it yet, folks. There's my brother in the chat. People liked my brother calling in last night. They like to hear him talk about politics.
Your daughter's upset with you.
My daughter's upset with me?
Yeah, she talked about it today when we were at the store.
Okay, hang on. I want to hear about this, but hang on. No, we're not going to watch it in Discord after the show. It will be part of the show. So this stream will have Jason Voorhees' Sweet Revenge at the very end of this show. If we end up making the horror game tonight, that will be in the Discord or on YouTube. We'll figure it out. Let's go surfing. Why is my kid upset with me? I adore this girl.
It's your brother's fault.
What'd he do?
She heard the story about how he was planning to take her to Magic Mountain, and you canceled the plans and was like, just come over to my place instead. We're gonna do something else.
No, but you have to understand. That's
I understand.
Yeah,
that's your daughter. She has to understand.
Philip's take on it, and I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying that I don't remember. There probably was something very specific going on, like either Calvin might have been starting to get sick, or maybe there was something going on at school or something. It just wasn't, I didn't pull it out of my butthole. But
I don't know. I didn't make this up. I don't make these rules. Your daughter's the one that was like, I can't believe he did that.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. We eventually did make it to Magic Mountain, and with the kids and with Philip. And I went on, like, the third ride I went on, and I've told this story before, but it was, I knew when I was at Circus with the kids about 6 months before, I was starting to go, I can't ride these rides anymore. It was one of those swinging rides, and I just had to look forward because I'm like, I'm going to vomit, right? But I didn't. So I go on this roller coaster at Magic Mountain, and it was one of their smaller it wasn't like, Goliath, which I almost passed out on, which is the point. You're supposed to almost pass out because of the G-force, and I love that. But it was this little blue coaster that just had lots of twists and turns. And I get off that ride, and the lady who runs the ride, she looked right at me and she points the garbage can. Like, she's like, I've seen this before. She's like, I know what's about to happen, dude. And I couldn't make it. So I just sat there and just vomited everywhere. And everybody was looking, and I didn't give a fuck because I needed that up and out. And then I went and sat down next to the Wonder Woman ride with 2 giant bottles of water for 4 hours while the kids went with Philip to ride roller coasters. So I assure you, it's not like I was trying to keep them out of riding roller coasters, but I still then went on that Tatsui one, the one that's flying and shit. That was a lot of fun. I love roller coasters. I love thrill rides. They just make me sick now. But I love them. Bunny has the T virus. No, Bunny is very sick. You know Bunny. Bunny's a fucking trooper. Bunny doesn't not show up unless there's a real fucking thing going down. She's not feeling well at all. Why are the MAGA people so upset about this man who's on the Minnesota Vikings as a cheerleader? Have you seen this technology protection head?
I haven't seen it. Let's see.
Well, let me show it to you. First off, why are we not getting this? Hang on. There we go. Let's put us up there. And again, if you want to call into the show, that's really no problem. You can do that. Share your views, your thoughts, your takes on the world. 888-910-7235 is the number you need to call. Hang on. Let me make this work for all of us here. Let me make this work for all of us. Okay, Discordotto. There we go. Nope. Nope. Yep. Okay. Have I ever played Thrillville games? The roller coaster building thing? I have. Alien, yeah. I'm not good at them. The new one, the one that's like the real elaborate roller coaster building game that you can build all kinds of theme parks. I never make the time to learn the tools because I have other things I'd rather do, but I'm very impressed with those. So anyway, why are MAGA men watching this video of the male Vikings cheerleader over and over is what this guy says. But frankly, have you heard about this? People seem upset. There have always been male cheerleaders. Hell, Ronald Reagan was a male cheerleader in college. Not quite sure why they're upset about it, but here you go, if you were curious. That is a cheerleader. Right? Who gives a shit? What's the problem? I mean, I know what the problem is. We know what the problem is. The problem is they don't like it because it's a dude and that's gay. That's what they don't like. Right? Can we just cut to the chase? That's what they don't like. But there's always been male cheerleaders, and who gives a shit? Let me tell you something else. My nemesis, the Roach King, Asmongold, was on his little show today. Did you see this? Where he's like, we need to remove the trans from LGBT. And he's like, I don't have anything against trans people, blah, 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 but LGB is sexuality and trans is not. And, that's a pretty cogent thought for someone who, goes to sleep and has roaches allegedly crawling into his ear. But I'm not trans, I'm not LGBT. I don't think he's any of those things either. Why is he talking about it? Shut the fuck up. Let the LGBT people decide what the fuck they want. I mean, Jesus Christ, you don't see me coming into your house and telling you where to fucking, put the food in the best position to get more rats. That's what you're an expert at. That's your thing, Asmongold. So why don't you shut the fuck up and leave these people alone? You know why? You do it because you want to get your base all upset with them. And to his credit, somebody said today, yeah, the trans are bad. And he's like, no, the trans aren't bad. I just have an opinion. Well, what the fuck do you have an opinion for? Willie Farnsworth says everyone can have an opinion. Yeah, everyone can have an opinion. That's right. But my opinion is he's stupid for sharing it with his massive audience, given that he clearly doesn't really have a dog in the fight. So that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Wait, am I supposed to stay on the line after I say why I'm calling? Yes, stay on the line. Don't hang up. We'll pull you in right now if you're on the line. Let me see where are you? I mean, I'm not mad at the man. The man can do whatever he wants. I support his right to run his show the way he wants to run his goddamn cockadoodie show. That's fine. But give me a minute to at least kind of go, hey, that's kind of shitty. In my opinion, wait, a guy, he used to be the one catching us up, not the one shaking his ass. Oh, catching. Yeah. Well, now he's the one shaking his ass. Who gives a shit? I don't understand. Let him shake his ass. Let him go out there and shake his ass. and let them wink at the camera. You know? Jesus Christ. Ask yourself this. I don't want to get too much into the weeds here, but ask yourself this. A gay man walks up to you and they say, like, seriously, what would your response be? Okay, you're sitting at a bar. A guy saddles up next to you and he says, "Sup, I'm a gay fella. I think you're a cute little guy. Let's go have sex." How would you respond to that?
Me?
No, the other tech I'm talking to. Yes, you tech.
I'm flattered. I'm in a relationship. You know, it's monogamous. So not for me, not right now. But
Okay.
you know,
But
check out my Yelp review.
right. I mean, that's what it should be. And some of these people get so fucking, I mean, it doesn't require that much self-awareness to go, wait a minute, why am I responding like that? Why am I getting so upset? Willie Farnsworth, my scenario is hypothetical. Willie says, why would somebody start a discussion with saying, "I'm a gay fella"? I don't know. But
That's how I do it.
It allows us to get right to the point, right? Lady Lala says,
Maybe it's single nights at the bowling alley,
whatever. And just say, "Oh, yeah, if you're not interested, no thank you. Thanks, but no thanks." What's the big deal? It's a big deal. You know what the big deal is. The big deal is they're terrified they might be gay. Terrified they might be gay. Just own it. Get some therapy. Hey, Matthew says he'd say no thanks, but my buddy Tech over there might be interested. Willie says I'm confused. Oh, I know. Imagine, says Lady Lala, if I was better in a football game than a whole men, not gay. Wait, okay. This is going to be hard for me because I like commas. Imagine if I was better in football game than a whole as men, not gay female against male. Can't help you. I don't know what you're saying. I love you, but I don't know what you're saying. I may have to vote Trump next time to impress Sydney Sweeney, says Eddie Torres. The fact that you think there's going to be a next time that he's running is so tragic because you're probably right. You're probably right. Here's our good friend Littlefinger, aka K-Nubs, calling in to talk. K-Nubs, it's Jaffe. You're on with me and Tech. What's going on?
Nothing, buddy. By the way, it was really weird. As soon as I first started hearing audio, after
I'm sharing a screen, so I cannot hear. Hear in spirit.
Wait. I got to get Tech on the call. One sec, bud. One sec. Bump.
Share a screen that's not the phone screen.
I know.
I'm just talking on speaker, baby. I don't got your stream playing anywhere.
No, you're doing great. Okay. Tech, can you hear K-Nubs now? K-Nubs,
I can hear K-Nubs now.
Okay, so start again. Sorry, K-Nubs, go.
Yes. By the way, I wanted to say it was funny as soon as the little voicemail lady box ended, and then the first thing that I heard was something about, like, how would you have sex with me? And I thought you were talking to me, and I was like, well, looking at my nubs, I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I got these 3 nubs. I mean, Jaffe's got a butthole. He's putting an ice cube in there. Let's fucking go, right?
Why, if I was any kind of butthole play, would I want nubs in there? Wouldn't I prefer something that has more resolution?
The same reason the ladies want them, because they don't got any fingernails on them.
Oh, okay.
Never thought about that, did ya?
Didn't think about it. So what other than that would you like to talk about? It says you want to talk about theme parks.
Yes, you were talking about amusement parks, theme parks earlier, and I was just curious, like, what are some of the best amusement parks you've been to? What type of rides do you like?
Right.
I'm curious if you get, like, nervous about roller coasters as you get older, like I do. I'm only 40, but I get anxiety on roller coasters. So what's up?
Well, no. I mean, like I said, I can't really ride them anymore unless I'm fully prepared to throw up. And I'm not being silly. That's what happens now. I throw up on the vast majority of them. And I had always liked thrill rides, and I still do. I remember, I'll never forget it. I must have been like 5, and I was riding in what's called the Great American Scream Machine, which I don't even know if it's still there. It might be at Six Flags over.
Where's that at?
Six Flags over Georgia.
Okay, because
And-
I only know of the parks in Ohio mostly.
All right.
So.
Well, basically, I was in the back car. I was with my brother-in-law, and I was really small, and we were going over the first hill. And as it started to go down, I lifted up out of the seat, and my mom and dad and sister were watching. Like, I think my brother was in front of us, and my sister was in front of us. They were riding together, and then my mom and dad were watching, and literally, they saw my brother-in-law Steven take his hands. And he had to take me and shove me back down into the seat because I was so small, I was coming out of it. But I've always loved them. But for me, I love I don't know what the official word is in that world. Like the difference between like a thrill ride park, I like, but I love a theme park like Disneyland or Universal, where it feels
like adult babies. I get it.
Yeah, where it feels like you're stepping into this fantasy land, and it's more about the dark rides, and it's more about going into these crazy worlds. And yeah, there are some fun rides, like Space Mountain's a great ride. I think it's the Incredibles coaster now, but it used to be California Screamin' is a great ride. But I like more of those kind of parks now, and I think I always have. But yeah, I'm a fan. Daniel, my nephew, says that ride. He's in Bama, but he says that ride is still there in Georgia, and it's just as uncomfortably bumpy. Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, it's an old wooden roller coaster, man. What I was always disappointed.
Well, you're the reason I was calling in because I just remembered because you were talking about amusement parks, whatever. I wanted to bring to your attention, you've maybe never heard of it. It was an amusement park, one with not like, all the fancy shit like the kiddie stuff, but just all about rides. It was called Geauga Lake. It was in Ohio, and at one point it got taken over by whoever owned the thing that owned Six Flags.
Okay.
So at one point it started to get cool because they started to have some of the Warner Brothers theme shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So they had the characters from those IPs there, but like it just tragically like shut down like in 2008, and I just think it's very tragic that it shut down, and now it's just like this big empty, wasted area that like nobody is hardly even allowed to touch. Like I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, I mean, we had a big roller coaster built in Birmingham once, and it was supposed to be like it's going to bring tourism to Birmingham, and it was a fine coaster, but nobody gives a shit. You gotta. It's all about the location and are people.
Yeah, I think there was something telling about like the year that like maybe that they decided to shut that park down, which was like 2007, which is like the internet was already around. I think maybe like kids or teenagers that were maybe wanting to like bug their parents, like, "Hey, Mom, Dad, can we go to the amusement park to ride a roller coaster and throw up?" I think maybe they were less interested in that and were more about like, "Hey, I'm just going to sit at home and get depressed on social media." I don't know. That's just my thought.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I can tell you that I like them. Action Park for Life, says Gabe. Is that the thing about the documentary where that was like the theme park that was just a fucking nightmare? That all kinds of things went bad. Is that one? But there are some really cool, just mom and pop theme parks all over the place that just have weird ass haunted houses and rides and shit. But yeah, the last time I was at a theme park was probably Universal Haunted Horror Nights. And they still have, I still think the Transformers ride and the Simpson ride are two of the best motion rides ever.
Oh my God, you had those? Wait, what Universal? Is that the one in California?
Yeah, California. We went about.
Oh, okay.
I've only Halloween Horror Nights.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
I've only been to the one in Florida. I did acid when I went to that one when I was like 19, and that was very trippy. Getting onto the ET ride, and then you're supposed to like punch in like what your name is at the beginning of the ride, and then at the end it'll say what your name is. And I was tripping on acid, so I thought, my name's Chester Buttercup, and then at the end it goes,
Chester.
Thank you, Chester Buttercup.
E.T.'s a fucking trooper. He doesn't let you down. All right, K-Nubs, always nice to talk to you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Thanks for letting me call. Talk to you later.
All right, if you want to call in just like your best friend K-Nubs, 888-910-7235. Talk about whatever you want. Now, let me get to the chat. Yeah, some people are saying that the roller coasters, Left Control says Six Flags is starting to shut down some of their parks. People don't have the money for it. I mean, I used to take my children to Disneyland all the time. We would sometimes go 3 times a month. And it was expensive, but it was still doable. But the cost for these parks, and my understanding is Disneyland intentionally upped a lot of it, their cost, because they said the crowds were so much that they had to find a way to kind of, keep people out. And so, and also they kind of aged out of it. Now they like going with their friends if they're going to go to thrill ride parks. But I still like the more imaginative parks, Lady Lala says AHT Jaffe is in a way upper scale than Keem. Who's AHT? So pick a side and respect the true king, bruh.
I looked for it. I have no idea who he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe it was AT Hacker, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. You got to give us some education there, baby. And that's true. Joker says Six Flags was a huge waste last time because too many people to enjoy anything. That's the other part. In order to have a good time at these parks now, you have to end up buying like the Flash Pass or whatever, because otherwise you spend hundreds of dollars to get you and your family into the park, and then you're like, you can only ride 2 things because you're in line 4 hours out of the day and 2 rides and it's time to go home. But I was disappointed in Halloween Horror Nights. I always want to love it. I keep thinking I want to go back, but the haunted houses just aren't very good. They're just not very good. Six Flags is closing in SoCal and Valencia, Split Fries. Oh, that's like the roller coaster mecca. That's delightful and loved by so many roller coaster heads. I did not know that. What I do know is we've got Florida calling. Florida, you're on with Tech and Jaffe. What's going on, champ?
Hello?
Hello.
Yo, what's good, Jaffe? What's good, Tech?
Just doing a show.
How's it going, Alien Popcorn?
How
Good
are
to hear you.
Nothing much. I haven't been watching the show for I think 10 episodes. And I gotta catch up. A lot of catch up to do.
Okay.
Yeah, we miss you, Popcorn.
So,
yeah,
I miss y'all too. I don't know. I just stopped watching because I just watch it every day, and it's like I just jumped back on, and I was like, man, I miss this show.
Well, we're glad to have you back. How are your ladies in the cages doing, sir?
No, I'm about to ask you something. What's your thoughts on goth women?
On popcorn?
No,
Goth women.
I asked what's your thoughts on goth women?
Oh. I don't have a particular desire because they're goth women. They're just women to me. There's nothing about that vibe that is attractive to me, but it's not unattractive. I do think there's a point where somebody can have too many tattoos and it stops being, when I can't see their skin, it feels a little less possible to be interested in them in a romantic way. But I'm down. I think goth chicks are probably a lot more creative and imaginative and living life without the kind of shame a lot of other people do. So I'm a fan, but it's not like, it's not top of my list if I was looking to make the perfect woman for me.
There was a character in Twisted Metal. She was like this goth, like demon, dark, type of person, right? And
which game?
I think it was Twisted Metal. I think it was Black.
Well, yeah, we had Kelly. We had Raven and Kelly, and they were both goth chicks, and they were also lesbians. And the thing that always bothered me was we had gay people in Jet Moto. We had 2 lesbian characters in a romance in Twisted Metal Black. And everybody's always like, Naughty Dog did it first. I was like, no, they didn't. We did it back in 96. We did it back in 2001. Anyway, point being, I know the characters you're talking about, though.
Yeah, because I was watching a backstory of like all the characters in Twisted Metal from, I think it was Black. I don't know. It's Black, right? Twisted Metal Black?
Well, it was called that when it came out. Today it's Twisted Metal African American.
But yeah, yeah, it was the one like you said, the best friends like didn't like in the dock.
And, and they actually it's in Twisted Metal the TV. Yeah, and the Twisted Metal TV series deals with that. That's one of the main women who is hired. Anthony Mackie's character is that girl who is keeping Kelly alive in hopes of Calypso bringing her back.
Oh no! I don't know if it was that one because I don't know too much Twisted Metal. But I'm talking about like the one. No,
you're right though.
Okay, so
yes, you don't have to tell me. I wrote the characters. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes, they were in Twisted Metal Black. What about them?
Yeah, I thought that fucking story was cool because it was like because like her best friend like died.
Yes.
Because these bunch of like dudes that came into the dock and like killed her.
Yeah.
And like they did like. She did like black magic to like get the revenge for her best friend and shit.
Yeah, she got voodoo dolls, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a badass.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I got to tell you, I'm so glad you're back to hanging out with us and watching the show, buddy. Call back anytime. Always good to talk to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. See you later.
All right, thank you. Thank you for talking.
Anytime, man. 888-910-7235. You too can call and talk to a real life girl. K-Nub says, thank you for the super chat. He says he heard Nubs on the phone and felt comfy to call in. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. More people should call in. That kicks us up to $22 of the extra hour stream. Whoop. What's up, Tech?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. 22?
Yep. And I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22. And then that brings us up to $72 for the horror game, which you guys don't want to miss. Listen, if you like the show, if you like the goddamn show you're watching right now, if you enjoy hanging out with us, if you want us to keep doing it, consider a subscription, a membership. Anything you subscribe to tonight or a super chat will go towards our goals for tonight. It lets us keep doing what we love, and hopefully you enjoy it as well. Be like your best friend, Invader42. Invader42 in the earlier show today gave 10 goddamn memberships to the goddamn Gabbin' Games. You too can be like good sir Invader42. Okay. Where did this go? I wanted to read this comment that came in about hang on. Oh, Lady Lala. She's going back to this is what we were saying. Who is this AHT person? Keem got on Jaffe speaking facts about Nick Cocado Bradley look-alike, while you have Keem ass sexually abutting Batgirl married woman on live and Copper's wife too. Tech, can you run that through ChatGPT and tell me what the fuck Lady Lala is talking about? Because I couldn't tell you. Lala? Jaffe says, Lala, what do you think is up with the whole new YouTube ID check? If you don't know what they're talking about, basically YouTube today started something, I don't know, it's got to be what you watch, right? But they have some way of their algorithm determining or trying to determine if you're under 18 years old. And if they determine that, they will not show you certain videos until you put your ID in. I think getting people comfortable putting their fucking identification into these tech companies is a terrible idea. I have zero problem with the fact that these tech companies need to be able to assure parents and families that they are doing the best they can to protect their product from only showing things that are appropriate to kids. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But the way they're doing it, or the way Pornhub is having to do it, that doesn't sit well with me. Where you're we're already into some Orwellian nightmare shit, but given the fact that literally this happened today, let me tell you about this briefly. At least this is the story. I have not fact checked it, so if I'm wrong, I'll walk it back. But yeah, go ahead.
While you're pulling it up, I heard of this. I have not seen it myself, but Keemstar has apparently been talking about one of his other hosts' wife's vagina in a similar way that you were talking about Keemstar's fiance's vagina. And people were upset with him because they were like, "Is this not what you fired Jaffe for?" And he kind of like has been ignoring it and letting it die down.
Well,
he was like, "Yeah, I bet your wife has a tight fucking pussy, huh?" Or some shit like that.
Well, what's funny about it though is, let's all be clear. If you think Keemstar, from my opinion, if you think Keemstar is walking around like giving a shit that he's being a hypocrite, that's not what it was. Keemstar seems very comfortable, as far as I can tell, with the whole cliche of different rules for thee than for me. I don't think Keemstar's issue was anybody's talking about anyone's wife's vagina. Just, it was his. That's what bothered him. So,
yeah.
And that's, he's the head of that company. He ran things. He had every right to say, I don't want the same rules applying to me that apply to everyone else. That's fine. But, to act like, can you believe he was a hypocrite? Yeah, I can. I really, really, really can, is what I would say. But here's one of the reasons that the whole voter or the whole ID thing is problematic and not responsible. Here's the headline. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance's UK holiday has sparked discontent among some locals as his security has been accused of carrying out door-to-door checks. So allegedly, Vance's security is going up to doors and knocking on them in areas where he is staying. And it says locals allege that his security convoy took up spaces, cordoned off the area, knocked on every door. They have been accused of knocking on doors of locals and demanding, this is where it gets pretty bad, demanding their names, personal details, and social media handles. Okay? So the last thing we need to do is be giving these companies that clearly, you had Tim Cook in the Oval Office the other day sucking up on Trump's tiny little pee-pee. Tim Cook, who runs Apple, if you didn't know. The last thing we need to do is be just going, hey, I'm David Jaffe. Here's all the internet sites I go to. Here's what I watch on YouTube. Here's what I've watched on Pornhub. You literally have the head of the Pentagon yesterday retweeting his pastor saying he wants to make gay sex illegal. So what do you think's going to happen if you're a gay fella? Like the guy who went up to the bar and talked to Tech earlier tonight. If you're a gay guy and you solder up and you go and you watch a lot of gay porn, well, suddenly if they're like, hey, it's illegal to have gay sex, you're on our list. Come on, man. You know where this is going. You know where this is going. So I have a real problem with the way they're doing it, but it doesn't mean I have a problem with what the intention is, which is, of course, we want to protect kids from things their parents don't want them to see. But it's not really about that, is it? It's never really about the kids. If we really cared about the kids, Epstein file would trump everything else. If we really cared about the kids, we would go to any church or temple or mosque or whatever and say, until you guys can have a year, 5 years, when we are not seeing this percentage of kid diddling, you are no longer going to be tax exempt. If it was really about the fucking kids. But it's not about the kids. You know it, and I know it. So let's stop pretending, shall we? K-Nub says, hey, the amount of time I had to wipe my ass after eating a stick of butter yesterday, I might as well have been gay for a day. Let me talk about that for a moment. I thought this was a heck of a story. I thought this was a heck of a little story coming down the line. New York Post. Listen to this. This is on the New York Post, my dear, delightful friends. Let me make this story big so you can see it, and you know I'm not making it up. Under the sex and relationships category, this woman writes in, I dumped my disgusting boyfriend because he refused to wipe his butt. It made me physically sick to be near him. Yeah. I don't understand this. I don't cockadoodie understand how in the goddamn hell anybody intentionally chooses not to wipe their tushes. Right? I mean, he has a right not to, but the idea that she even thought it was worth a letter. Of course you're going to leave him. Of course you're going to fucking leave him. Can't handle it. Can't handle the stupidity that is arising. Look at this. Look at this. John Salk says, how big was the man? He may have been, okay, now that's different. Okay, now let's be clear. That's not what we're talking about. Although George Bush says wiping is gay. How big was this man, says John. Ricky says he refused or he was physically unable. Okay, now wait a minute. If the guy is too big to wipe his butt, there are solutions, right? There are like reach around brushes and things. And if he's disabled, there are also solutions. But that's not what this sounds like. This sounds like he's a guy who just didn't want to wipe his fucking ass. And I feel for you, Bryant. Bryant says, I'm single and this guy got a girlfriend. Not for long. Not for long. Pretty privilege is a hell of a thing. Maybe this guy's super good looking. If this guy's super good looking, he could probably get and keep a girlfriend for a month without wiping his ass. Maybe a week. Maybe a week. But he can at least get her because, that's just good looking people. If Sydney Sweeney came on to you and said, I want to go on dates with you, you'd say yes, even if you knew right then she didn't wipe her ass. You'd still deal with her for at least a couple of days. You would. You would. Okay. New York Post tackling the real issues as usual. Well, sometimes you got to have a little fun. Not every paper needs to be the goddamn, the sky is falling. You know what I'm saying? But I wish this guy well when it comes to wiping his butt. I also wish you well when it comes to calling in on the phone. 888-910-7235. Also, we are 45 minutes away from wrapping up the show. That's ridiculous because all we need is $123. And we will go an extra hour. We will go an extra hour. And that will get us very close to a game with dope after that extra hour. I want you to think about the value of that. I want you to think about the value of the show you're getting right now. And I want you to reach into your pocket, wallet. I don't know how this works anymore. I want you to go to your computer and I want you to donate a super chat or buy a membership or buy a gift membership and say, you know what, Jaffe, you know what, Tech, you know what, Bunny, I like what you do here. I like what the show's about. I like how you're open-minded. I like there's a place we can come every night to hang out with our parasocial pals. I want to keep this show on the air. I want to keep it going. Well, I'm with you. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Well, now it's time to pony up the ducats and let's make it rain. I think that's what the kids.
Speaking of ducats, you had a story on the screen earlier about the guy who was awarded $4 million.
Philly man, was awarded $4 million after being wrongfully jailed for 24 years. He was wrongfully jailed. 24 years he was in the goddamn jail. He gets out. Thank God. Here's $4 million. That's not enough for 24 years. Not enough. Then within a month, he's back in prison, killing a guy over a $1,200 drug debt. And again, all this has to do is with, we don't really have prison reform. We don't really have prison reform. But let's see how long he was out. Let's see. He was arrested. He got out. He rebuilt his life. It may have been a little bit longer than a month. Grok, is this true? Let's find out. Yes, the thread accurately summarizes the case. Think about that. Think about that. $4 million is not enough for 24 years. I mean, I guess he would have wanted more, but, I don't know what to tell you. All right, let's move on. A teenager filed a discrimination charge against a Buffalo Wild Wings restaurant after having to expose herself to prove she was a woman. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that America? A server reportedly stopped her from using the woman's restroom and told her to get out unless she revealed herself by lifting up her shirt. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Now, it shouldn't matter that this woman was a biological female versus a trans female. It shouldn't matter. But regardless, if you're curious, she was a biological female. I hope they take this piece of shit company for every fucking dime they fucking have. What a piece of shit. Now again, maybe it's just that one waitress who stopped her, and it's not reflective of Buffalo Wild Wings' general policy. But I'll tell you something. This is some shit. Leave people alone, you fuckers. Leave trans people alone. What's the matter with you? The fuck is the matter with you? I tell you what, I don't get people. I like this. Hi, just checking if you have a penis or vagina. I don't want you to make me uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't understand. Wait a minute. She did not have to do anything. You can just leave, says Willie. I don't understand who can just leave. She had to go to the bathroom. And somebody looked at her and said, I don't know if I think you're a woman or not. So, in order to make sure she could go poop, they says to the lady, hey, let me see your tits. Come on, what do you mean? What are you talking about, Willie Farnsworth? Come on, you can't support this horse shit. This isn't America. This is not America, and you should know better. K-Nubs, thank you for the super chat. He says, ain't that a bitch? Let's go, chewers. These boys need to stream an extra hour, but only if the final hour is done in the living room. I'll leave that up to Tech if he wants to make that happen.
I can try and set that up.
But
yeah.
K-Nubs, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for that very generous super chat. Let me add that to the till. Thank you for starting the train, my dear friend. Who misses Bunny Button? I wonder if Bunny's watching, or she's like, thank God I have a night off from those jackasses tonight. I don't know. But I miss Bunny.
She's in bed crying.
She's in bed crying.
Poor Bunny.
I know. She's like, why can't I come on the show? Because you're sick, Bunny. You're sick in the head, sweetheart. All right, there we go. We're doing great tonight, you guys. Thank you so much. Jaffe, that does kind of look like a man, though. Who gives a shit? First off, it's not a man. Second off, leave people alone. Leave fucking people alone. She has to go take a shit, take a piss, leave her. What's the matter with you? You fucking morons. I tell you what do you know what you do? Do you know how bad you make people feel? Probably not. Or you wouldn't be doing it. I don't think you're bad people. This is some shit right here. Huh. Okay. Why don't we move on, shall we? Because, I don't know what to tell you. Listen to this. This man in D.C. was harassed from... look, I don't mean to get political, but like I was talking to Rich tonight, how can you not be political in this culture? I want to show you this very small little video, and I want to get your thoughts on the other side of this video. Call me, 888-910-7235. Defend this if you can, but I don't think you can, because it's not defensible.
How y'all doing today? Y'all staying in that trouble?
Are y'all staying?
You got your ID on you, chick?
No, I live right here.
Okay, cool.
There's a cigarette. Did y'all get a call or something about right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keeping everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal surge that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like Code 3, anything like that people are putting up? All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together for 7 days and going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offense is smoking, drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside, right? Most people know that. Right? So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into there's multiple agencies or somebody, there's a shooting and things like that. There's extra hands available, right? So we're just out here trying to inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life over a joint or something like that, all right?
I only asked because when you walked up, at the moment you walked up, you only had eggs.
Yeah, well, it smelled like the odor of marijuana, burnt marijuana in the air, right? And you're the only guy that had something lit in your hand, and I didn't flashlight you, so I didn't realize it was just a cigarette. So that's on me. I appreciate you understanding and not getting chippy. All right, so just know, right? Learn, teach, tell your boys, like, yo, everybody's out, from FBI to park police. Right? So do your thing. Let them know. Don't be smoking outside. Don't be drinking outside. Because Donald Trump is tired of it. People come to visit.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know smoking in public?
Donald Trump's tired.
Yeah, the rest of
Because in Maryland, it's recreational.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so DC is recreational use as well, right? But you can legally possess up to 2 ounces. You can gift an ounce to your boy, right? So if you had 2 ounces and he said he needed a zip, you can give him a zip, but you can't smoke outside. You can
It's not nice and informative. It's racist as shit. It's racist as shit. And you know it. You know, it's not racist as shit. The generosity of you guys. Mish coming in hot with a $20 bill. Choo choo, you motherfucker. Thank you so much, Mish, for all the support. Good sir Gabe McKeon, who I think that's Norm McDonald in the picture, so I just always think of him as Norm. Thank you for that very generous super chat, Gabe. $9. Invader 42, you've given enough. You and Mish, you've given enough. But thank you for that. He says, it's you and me, Nubs. Get well soon, buddy. You goddamn right. Nubs says, choo-choo for the goats. Chat, let's fucking go. Thank you, K-Nubs. We appreciate it. Adam, thank you so much, buddy, for the super chat. We appreciate it. And Johnny Sulk rolls back in and says, don't fuck with me, whore. Thank you for that very, very generous choo-choo train there, Johnny Sulk. We sure do appreciate it very, very much. How do I know he was black? Well,
how y'all doing today?
Hang on.
Staying in that trouble?
First off, are you staying out of trouble? How about you mind your own fucking business, you boot-licking Gestapo prick? But let's keep going.
You got your ID on you?
He's black. There he is. There's his fucking hand. He's a black dude.
No, I live right here.
What do you mean, how do I know he's black? Because I have eyeballs. Technology, let's add the ducats up, baby. What you got?
Give me 30 seconds.
All right. And again, I appreciate that they were being nice, but it's like Donald Trump's tired of it. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Gives a fuck what you're tired of. Who gives a fuck? He's not a king. And then when he says, I need y'all to educate your boys. Educate your boys.
The first dono goal was $50, right?
Yeah, we demolished that extra hour stream. We were at 32 before.
We're at $95 now.
Starting with
we hit the 50 and now we're at 95
on the extra hour stream.
Now we're at $100. K-Nubs, $5.
Hey, K-Nubs, thank you. I'll pay for you to show Norm McDonald appearances. Oh, fuck yeah, absolutely. I'll show my favorite Norm McDonald appearance. I'll show you right now in a second. Thank you for that, K-Nubs. Okay, so we're at 100 on the extra hour. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that, you guys. You guys are very generous. We really appreciate it. Tons. And then where are we with the cumulative?
What do you mean? We have gotten the 50 and then we got another 100. So whatever.
So we're 150. Okay.
Total.
So we're halfway there to playing a horror game tonight after the show and doing some dope.
Dope.
That was poor wording on the agent's part, but he was trying to pass along the information. What information? What information? The information that don't break the law? Yeah, people know that. People fucking know that. Stop forgiving these people. Stop fucking forgiving these fucking jackasses. Maybe you don't have the context I have. This is, Donald Trump. He's tired of it. Donald Trump yesterday asked the Supreme Court, hey, can we pick up people who look Mexican, sound Mexican, who speak Mexican, even though we have no evidence that they're here illegally? Just if they look Mexican, can we apprehend them? That's your president. Enjoy that. Shame, shame, shame. But here's Norm Macdonald, my favorite Norm Macdonald. He's was a genius, but so funny. Norm. Hang on. Did my computer? Come on now. No, they don't know, Jaffe. You are fear-mongering. What am I fear-mongering? The guy's sitting on his porch smoking a fucking cigarette. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. And there's no, the crime and why. Anyway, okay, hang on. Norm, God damn it, Jaffe. Norm Macdonald. This was my favorite. We
also have one new member for today.
Hey, we got, where, who?
Way earlier.
Oh, we included.
Well, Gabe, $10, Gabe.
Oh, $10, Gabe. Thank you so much, buddy, for Norm. You goddamn right.
Are you including the gift, the membership as
I am.
$5?
Yes.
Okay, then we are at, I was not. So we are at.
So we're at 165 total.
Yeah.
And we are at 115. We're $10 away for an extra hour. Think about that. Think about that, you old so-and-sos. This is one of my favorite, but seriously, you guys, thank you so much for that generosity. Now, this is my favorite when he comes out of the closet to Larry King. It's just delightful.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh, this book will reveal much.
That's my favorite. But Norm Macdonald had a whole show on Netflix that was just an interview show. It ran for 1 or 2 seasons, and it was just the fucking best. Fucking best. Willie Farnsworth, buddy, thank you so much for the gift membership that goes to Mia's Socks. It's good to have you with us, Mia's Socks. We're now $5 away for an extra hour of this fine program that all the kids are going to be talking about at school tomorrow. I don't know. And we are less than half away from playing one of the scariest, they say. Now, I don't want to sell it because maybe it's not good. But I hear it's one of the best horror games of the goddamn year. So keep that in mind. Okay. Jaffe, did you see the bit on the roast of Bob Saget? Oh, I didn't. Maybe we'll watch that later this evening. Okay. If you want to call in and talk, 888-910-7235 is all you need to do, and hit that number, and we would love it. We would love you for it. In the meantime, I want to talk about the creep of the week. Here we go. Hey, everybody, don't you peek. I'm gonna reveal the creep of the week. Is it you? You have to stay tuned. If it turns out to be you, you're the creep of the week. Hey, Mish, thank you, buddy. Everybody give Mish a
He's the creep of the week?
No, but Mish just gave a gifted membership to Sin City Squid, which means we're going an extra hour. We're going an extra hour of the show tonight. Instead of wrapping it up at 8:45, we're going to 9:45. And then after that, if we make our other goal, we're going to go play a scary game while I take some pot. So first off,
you didn't want to play the wizard game? That wizard game's cool.
No, I want to play a scary game while I'm high because I want our audience for this show is not traditionally just gamers. And so I don't want to just put a game on. I want to put a narrative, scary thing that you can watch and enjoy, even if you're not really kind of into video games, right? For that extra hour, love you, big man, you. Johnny Sulk says, one shot of Crown Royal, please. Thank you, buddy. You guys are knuckleheads this evening. Rob
I might have
says,
some.
here's some fucking money, old so-and-so. That kicks us up to $10, $12, $182. We are closing in on a killer, boys. You guys are doing the Lord's work. Hell, I think maybe we can raise Bunny from the dead if we make it to 300. She's not dead. She's not dead. You're a deeply closeted gamer. I understand. Can you guys play Dead by Daylight? We can, but that's not what we're going to play tonight. I'm going to play a single player scary game while I'm smoking or eating pot. Okay. Meanwhile, Creep of the Week. Creep of the Week. Here we go. Felony charge sticks and glue contamination. Do I need to tell you? I hate to be somebody that just judges.
Look at him.
Right. I hate to be somebody that just judges based on how people look. My computer's all. Hang on.
Dude, you should judge this guy though. Jesus Christ.
I got to get my chat back up. 1 second. Hang on. Sorry about that, fellas. 1 second. Are we buffering? What's happening? I think we're doing all right. All right, hang on. For some reason, it looked like we were buffering, but I think we're okay now. Let me pop the chat back out.
What happened to your chat?
It just, sometimes when a window closes, it gets rid of the chat off to the side. Okay. It's kind of a pain. Okay. And my computer's running a little. If it turns out we crash, we'll just be right back. But I don't think we're going to crash. But if you're like, what happened to the show? We'll be right back. K-Nubs, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it, buddy, very, very much. I don't know. I'm going to have Tech come over and show you in person how much we appreciate it, because I read your Discord comment the other night. It made me sad. Okay. Here's the creep of the week. Where is this guy? I want to show you this guy because, and I hate to be that kind of guy that's like, oh, just because he looks creepy means he is creepy.
Yeah.
But this guy basically was working with this woman, and she started drinking her sodas and getting sick and saying it tasted chemically. And so she set up a camera to catch if anybody was doing anything. And it turned out that, yeah, this guy was walking by her desk. Oh my God, it's just chugging. What's going on? And you can see it right here. He put super glue in this woman's fucking drink numerous times. He finally got caught and he said, I didn't do it, but he didn't know they had caught him on video. And so when they showed him, it's like, what's he going to do? So they found him. And this, I guess, was a bunch of the stuff he had. I guess this is just their Instagram. Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, there you go. So be careful the next time you're drinking something. And it feels to you like, hey man, maybe we're getting into a bit of a problem here. Things taste a little bit chemical. It may be that they are a little bit chemical. Okay, I'm going to close some tabs here real quick so we can make sure we don't have any other problems tonight. And then I'll get back to the chat. 1 second. Okay, close toto. What is running in my computer that's causing such just problems?
Or the dog barking. I'm gonna go check on him.
Okay. All right. Look at this, you guys. This is something. This is some shit right here. There was a contest I want you to think about this for a minute. There was a contest from various science agencies. And they said, look, we want all kinds of, architects and physicists and all kinds of folks to come together and design a spaceship. I got the chat back. There we go. We want you to basically design a spaceship that would allow humans to make it to Alpha Centauri, right? That was the goal. And they held a competition. What you're looking at right here is the winner. Okay. We would not, unless we come up with some kind of warp speed, it would take you with the winning vessel 400 years to get there. Okay. So even if they put the best and the brightest, however you decide who that is, on this ship, you've got, how many generations is that? Basically 4 to 6 generations that are going to live and die on this ship and never ever see where they're going. I mean, that's a hell of a fucking commitment. That's a hell of a heroic undertaking to say, I'm going to move humanity through the stars. We know there's a planet we can get to in Alpha Centauri that will allow us to thrive and live, but you got to do this first. And part of it is they said, listen to this. The first generation would have to spend 70 to 80 years in Antarctica, which I didn't understand and I still don't quite understand. But listen what it says. The competition was called Project Hyperion. And the winner was the ship called Chrysalis. It says, I want to talk about living in Antarctica for 8 years. I'll show you some of the interiors in a second. The ship would use rotating interior shells to make artificial gravity. Where did it go? The team estimates construction would take 20 to 25 years. The team suggests that before the launch, the initial generations of inhabitants should spend 70 to 80 years living in Antarctica to adapt to the society in a life in isolation. They believe it will be the key challenge of such a mission. So you would be a grandkid of the first generation when you step on that ship before it even takes off, I guess. You know, let me show you what it looks like. This is some cool shit, man. Look at this fucking thing. It's that movie Passengers, right? That was awesome. I love that movie. A lot of people hated it, but I thought it was pretty fucking cool. But I don't know, man. I fucking live in this fucking thing. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Seems cool, man. I wonder what kind of people would get to go though. Like at some point you can argue all day long, not about eugenics, of course. That's not what I'm talking about, but there would be a criteria. It would be who gets to go out of these 12,000 people. Who gets to go? Is it the people that our current planet consider the elites? God, I hope not. They're going to go fuck something else up. But who gets to go? I don't know. What I do know is Anna G, thank you so much for that for the gifted membership. Goes to Mr. Stinky Brew. Mr. Stinky Brew. He always sneaks into my room and winks at me. I appreciate that, Anna G. Adam, we appreciate that super chat as well. He says, hey, Jaffe, ever played Alan Wake? If so, what's your opinion? I was hesitant. Hope you get high as hell tonight. I have played the first Alan Wake a little bit. I was kind of bored by it. And then I played the new Alan Wake, and I liked that a little bit more. But it was just too slow paced for me. I couldn't hang with it. I got to the part where he was like going through the city and the subway, and he was trying to find, that he had that mechanic I still never really understood about the light thing that changed the world or the plane of existence you were on. And I appreciated it, but it just didn't land with me. But thank you, Adam, and thank you, Anna. That's 15 extra bucks going to the brilliant goal tonight of playing this horror game. That's 193, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are 198. We are very close, you guys. This is going to be fun. If you've never seen me high playing a video game, you're going to love it. Maybe you will. I don't know. Jaffe, what did you think of the scene in Passengers where Chris Pratt jizzes in Jennifer Lawrence's hair? Then she puts it in the cooter. I love that part. But I really liked that movie. I know a lot of people hated that movie, and it was a big fucking bomb. But I thought it was, I thought it was fucking awesome. People would end up on the ship. Martin says, screwing like rabbits and overpopulate. I don't think they would be able to. I think it would be like, look, if they can build this ship, they can probably build pills, make pills that say, everybody gets one child or maybe two children. And after that, you got to go back on the pill or you can't take the pill or whatever. But, you know, yeah, it's a good point. John Salk says the real challenge is convincing somebody to fund it, given they'll never see it. Well, it would probably be like in the movie Contact, like multiple countries, but it tells you the price. It says they think this would cost, where is it? It's somewhere in here. It's oh my God, the ship would have a mass of 2.4 billion tons. No, 2.4 million tons. Sorry. No, 2.4 billion. 2.4 billion tons. It would be over 36 miles from end to end. But I'm looking for the cost because I do think they put the cost in here. It was a lot. And if you want to see some of the other designs, I'll show them to you real quick before we move on. But it's a neat thing, man. It's nice when people get together and do smart things instead of stupid stuff like, oh, anything that, you know, I'm not a scientist, but I want to fuck around with the fucking vaccines and shit, you know. I like when smart people get a seat at the table. Project Hyperion. Here it is right here. Let's see. Prize awards. Here we go. We looked at this already. There's the winner. Pretty cool. Multi-generational society. It's pretty cool. I got to look into that. Second place went to these jackasses. Where they would also spin these Ferris wheels to create artificial gravity is how they would do it. Third place. Look at that. That's kind of a, what is it called? Is that a Dyson sphere? What's the one?
That's a halo ring.
Yeah, because the Dyson sphere is when they build it around the
sun to collect.
Right.
Yeah.
And the halo ring is just more like they build it on these rings for gravity.
Yeah.
For artificial gravity.
Or Elysium.
Oh, that was a good movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions.
I didn't watch it.
Honorable mentions. So look at that. Man, can you imagine in like 1,000 years, this will be normal? It'll just be happening. I hope anyway. I think it will. Anyway, there you go. Let's talk a little bit now. We're going to shift gears. Well, yeah, you know, Martin says we all know what happened with the Titanic. Sure, but end of the day, you know, we didn't stop making cruise ships. I mean, you know, these are the risk we take to be explorers, right? Jaffe, did you ever see Raised by Wolves? I didn't. It looked great. The trailer, this was the Ridley Scott TV show, I think, for HBO. I just heard it wasn't very good, and I just didn't watch it. I watched a little bit of Silo on Apple TV. I heard that was great, but I couldn't really get into it. Invader says the thing about it is it would need to be a diverse group of people. I think that you would need all the science, security, engineering, hospitality, entertainment roles filled. Sure, but ultimately, like, here's a great example, right? Like today, Donald Trump came out and said, these are the people that we're going to honor at the Kennedy Center honors, the Melania Center honors. And so to him, and you know, I don't hate all of his choices. They're very red state, red meat. It was like Sylvester Stallone, Kiss, you know, I don't remember the rest of them, but it was that ilk of folks, which is fine. But fundamentally, someone's going to have to make those choices. So are you going to put more value on the kind of, you know, the red staters of the world or the blue staters? Or are you going to mix it? And if you mix it, are we going to basically be sending our problems to the same fucking, you know, a different planet? That's a tough choice, a tough call. But we'll see. I want to talk a little bit about UFOs. I don't really like playing audio clips and stuff or video clips. But in this case, there is some good. The representative Anna Luna, who has been put in charge of the transparency of Trump's government, whatever. You know, she was on Rogan today and she had a couple cool things to say. I'd just like to play them. And again, if you do want to call in and talk about the shenanigans that we are talking about on tonight's show, please feel free to do so. You can do that at 888-910-7235. This is her talking about a lot of the whistleblowers that were supposed to come into these classified meetings in front of Congress and give firsthand accounts of some of the UFO stuff that's been going on. But here's what she said happened.
We've had our fill. Like, the one thing I wanted to do when I first got the task force is open up a skiff to any person who held a clearance to come brief us on what they knew about UAPs. And I can tell you that we've now had
what was
the
the
skiff.
first conversation like when the door shuts and you're like, oh boy, I'm
Well,
gonna get the goods?
The problem is I've reached out to some of the biggest names in UFO lore. Okay. And they all got skiff flu, and we call it skiff flu, meaning like the day that the skiff was open that we reserved it, we're like, we're here, like, come on, come brief us. They get sick, or
and
their
they didn't
dog
recover
dies.
and come back.
They didn't recover, and
The skiff, basically, if you don't know, is the name for the conservative meeting.
then they just don't talk to us anymore. So
They ghost you?
They ghost us. Yeah. So I'm like, well, if you're not going to tell me to skiff, then you're full of crap.
Or you're scared for your life because you're
That-
just a scientist who doesn't, maybe they got threatened. Maybe someone let them know that maybe someone hung something on their door in the middle of the night.
But if people say they're going to go tell us in a skiff and then they don't show up, it's a problem, right?
Well,
so
I
they've already gone
understand,
public.
but maybe those people don't feel like the government's going to protect them.
That is one of the biggest things that we've had people bring up, is that you're a whistleblower, but whistleblower protections only go so far, and you can't do anything for my physical safety. And some of them do allege that there's these actual physical concerns.
So, I mean, come on now, right? I mean, they're just, I mean, are they lying? They were in front of Congress. They swore under oath that they weren't lying. But now they're not showing up for these meetings. Matthew says the UFO thing would just be a distraction over the Epstein thing at this point. I mean, it's all a distraction. It's hard, again, and that's by design, as we know. But it's hard to know what are we supposed to look at? Are we supposed to look at the Epstein thing, the UFO thing, the Ukraine-Russia thing, the Gaza Israel thing? Where you know, the military on the streets thing, the economy thing? Where are we supposed to look? What is the thing that they are trying to get us not to see? Well, it's a valid. All of those are valid things that they might be using as a distraction. But then what's the real thing? I don't know. But wait, Jaffe, says K-Nubs, as a lefty progressive, you're supposed to not watch Rogan, or at least that's what Rich was preaching. I watched Joe Rogan when he's talking about aliens and DMT and all that shit. I don't really agree with him at all politically, although to his, not his credit, but you know, anybody could have told him this. The fact that he's now come out and said, yeah, Trump is not doing what he said he would do. This is bad. You know, at least he's saying it now, but he should have seen that a long time ago. My kid got 6 more months of high school than they graduate, says Justin. I'm happy. School starts in the morning. Only 6 months? School's only 6 months for the year? But that's great. Congratulations. I loved it when my kids got out of high school. They hated it. UAP Gerb is the best ufologist out there, says Gabe. Better than Dolan. Check him out. His name is UAP Gerb. That's just what I need to type in.
We'll check him out.
Here she is one more time, though, talking about, this is pretty interesting. Listen to what she says about what she has heard and seen pictures of.
I can also tell you, and this might sound crazy, but based on our investigations and stuff that we've seen, okay, there is definitely something that I think would rival what we know currently with physics, and a tech that potentially is out there that we don't have the ability to reproduce, because it would basically be like dropping a cell phone right off back during the time of maybe caveman. So like we just don't have the tech to develop it yet. What I can also tell you is, based on our interviews, and this has been something that you can go back and watch with the congressional hearings, but I was actually able to ask some of the witnesses, you know, what are these things? And they keep saying interdimensional. And then when you talk about the interdimensional aspect of, you know, are these things pre-existing, maybe outside of what we currently know as our own dimension? That stuff can kind of all sound crazy, but at the end of the day, you know, my job as an investigator is to receive all the information, decipher it, and then ultimately from a congressional aspect, if you do have contractors that are withholding information or operating outside of the purview of the federal government, I mean, there's budgetary issues, but there's definitely something that I can tell you with confidence that exists that we don't know how to explain currently.
So when you say that
she could be lying, of course. She's a Florida state representative who has been put in charge of, you know, a lot of well, she was in charge of the Epstein thing, and we see how that went. But she's also in charge of the JFK files and all the disclosure and all that stuff. Now, I would not put it past her at all to be up here contributing to what the Wall Street Journal said was a psyop. But assuming she's not, she's basically saying, look, there's stuff in the sky. There's stuff in the ocean that she's telling us. She's not being told. She's saying, I've seen evidence, video evidence, not firsthand, but through video and photography that we cannot explain. It doesn't come from us. It doesn't come from other governments. We don't understand it. Now, could all be a lie? Absolutely. Fuck yeah. These people lie for a living. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. K-Nub says, I feel like being able to spot grifters should be at the top of the curriculum when we hopefully introduce a nationwide social media internet education system. We never will introduce media literacy, but you're right. I agree with you 100%. But here's the problem, right? Like SF is saying Trump is doing exactly what he said he would do. No, he's not, right? And I can go into the details with you if you like, but
yeah, he's not done a single thing about the border. He's done the immigration ICE stuff with, you know, that's it. He's like, I'm gonna
but even that
make a change at the border.
Even that though, like Joe Rogan, when he said, what you're doing is scaring people. You're not going around just getting rid of bad guys who may or may not, but you'll go through due process and see if they're also here in the country illegally. You're raiding people who are working at restaurants and who are doing lawn service. And in this case, if he gets his way with the Supreme Court, people who simply look Mexican. That's not what he said he would do. And that goes back to K-Nubs' point about media literacy. To say that Donald Trump is doing exactly what he said he would do, no, he's not. Not that what he said he would do was worth anything, but to act like, no, this is what he promised. No, it's not. You just weren't paying attention. Jaffe, what do you think about the new UFO info? Like, that's what's coming up towards the Earth. Oh, you mean the big comet that is coming towards Earth? It should be here in November. It's probably nothing. It's probably a comet. In fact, I think it was the James Webb Telescope took a picture of it the other day. And it looks like a fucking comet. But is it possible? The Hubble, sorry. Is it possible that it's not and it's some kind of ship like this Harvard guy says? Yeah, it's possible. Kind of hope it is. I'd love that to be the case. Nah, dude, Rogan was talking about the ICE stuff. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Most people, when they voted for Trump, did not think he was going to be going into people's restaurants and businesses and just rounding up people not indiscriminately. That's not what he said he was going to do. And he, I think the American people are pretty fucking ignorant when it comes to a lot of stuff like media literacy, but you can forgive them for, going, oh, we never thought it was going to be that. We never fucking thought it was going to be that. Is that true? Just in case, my financial literacy course textbook was funded by JP Morgan. Good God. Good God. That's tragic. Darwin says Trump is handing you a lump of poo and telling you it's gold. Then Fox News tell you how great it is. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, think about it however you want to think about it. But the most important thing is this is my dog Ace, who is now 12. And this was posted by my children 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Maybe a
That's
little
10
Yeah,
10
this-
years ago.
No, yeah. So maybe it was posted, but I don't think it was recorded. He was younger than 2 here. Nobody cares.
So
I
11
do.
years ago.
Here we go.
And another blanket. Oh, shame. Dang, nobody. Sarah, take a picture. Now.
Look at him. Look at him. So cute. And it's hard to imagine him being so tiny. But, you know, there we go. And you were telling Trump voters you voted for this a few streams ago regarding the ICE stuff. Yes, they did. They absolutely did vote for it. But I'm saying that what I was accusing them of is the lack of media literacy. If you thought Donald Trump was going to do this in a way that was humane, American, kind, and respectful of the American voters, that's what I was attacking them for. To now act all surprised. That's why I'm saying Rogan should have known better. But the idea, though, that he's doing it, at least, like I said, at least Rogan is now calling him out for it. And a lot of Trump voters, I think, are not all of them, not even maybe the majority, going, wait a minute. That doesn't sit well with us, which I get. I get. All right. Now listen, what did I promise? We have an hour left of the show, which I love. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for making that happen. What do you mean what, SF? There's 2 different things. I can explain it again if you like. We unlocked the very first thing tonight is watching the Jason short film. Tech, just keep an eye on the clock. So we can make sure we put 15 minutes aside to show that. As a reminder, we'll get to some new topics in just a second, but I want to show you the game that we're only $100 away from taking dope and playing tonight to maybe, wet your whistle. Maybe get you excited. And in the meantime, consider calling into the show, 888-910-7235. We'll talk about pretty much whatever you like. But check this out. This is, it's called Ludo. And here it is.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick?
Think about this. This game, we'll be playing it tonight if we make our goal while we're high. What I love about this game, besides people just saying it's great, is that it's only like a 2-hour game. So we could probably finish it tonight in one sitting, which are my favorite kind of games. Hello, JD. Nice to see ya. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate you being here. And then Legally Blonde comes in. She bends and snaps and says, coming in from the troll farm. What's the troll farm? Is that the LCU? Is that what they call the troll farm? Tech?
Probably.
You know, all right. Well, how's life over there? Oh, come on, Matthew. I'm not, I'll be high when I play it. So, who the fuck knows how it's going to go. But yeah, I love stuff like that. Yeah, you're talking, Lady Lala, that you've seen the Greys. I hear that there's the mantis alien types. I mean, people have all these theories. Who the fuck knows, right? But the mantis alien types, and then they control the grays, and the grays kind of control us, or I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know what's going on, but you know, I definitely think there's a lot more going on than they've shared with us. That's for fucking sure. All right, now's the time of the show. Oh, yeah, there is a new Conjuring movie. I'm excited. I'm in the middle of watching The Devil Made Me Do It right now. Now's the part of the show where let us know if you got any really good shorts or reels to follow. We'll watch a couple of those together. We'll take your phone calls. It's kind of freewheeling for the next hour. 888-910-7235. Call in with whatever you would like to talk about. Oh, Jaffe, it's my little community, says Lord Troll. I tried to redirect tonight. I don't think it worked. Oh, it's called Troll Farm. Oh, cool. No, it didn't work, but thank you for trying. We appreciate that, buddy. And thank you for being here. So what happens on the Troll Farm? Now I want to know. Oh, Legally Blonde says it did work. Oh, there we go. There we go. It just popped. It just popped. Thank you, Lord Troll. We appreciate it. So is that mostly what, is it really all about trolls? Like you guys just troll people? That's kind of fun. I want Jaffe to go on Rogan and debate him. I mean, I don't know. What would you want me to debate him about? You know, maybe. I mean, I'm not big enough to go on Rogan, but certainly at one point, if he ever wanted, I'd certainly talk to the guy. Jaffe, I sent one in the Madhouse Discord. Okay. All right. Let me bring that up, K-Nubs. 1 second.
Here we go.
Oh, do you have it, Tech?
No, I don't have it. But
oh, okay.
Let's watch what they're posting.
Let's see. Here it is.
See. Oh, from K-Nubs.
Where did he put it?
Chat called Madhouse. Go to Discord, scroll down to chat channels. You know what K-Nubs posted?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Conan O'Brien clip.
Oh, I like Conan O'Brien. Okay, here we go.
If you're on Discord,
yeah, I got
where
it.
we are.
I got it.
See it?
Congratulations on the Emmy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we should talk about those lips. Can we get a tight shot of these lips? Yeah,
this guy died, right? He's dead, right?
What happened?
Okay, well, what happened was Larry David, who I work with on Curb Your Enthusiasm, said you shouldn't do stunts anymore, you should do stand-up comedy. So I went to Vegas, and I was in a lounge, and I was doing very well. And then a doctor came up to me after a show, Dr. Bernie Middlecoff, and he said, I'm a plastic surgeon, I could give you a little Botox, freshen you up. So I went in and I did it, and then he said, your lips could use a little work. And so this is what he did. I can't have them changed, and it's destroyed my career because people are laughing at my lips rather than the jokes. So I'm suing him for $10 million.
You're suing this guy for $10 million. You say it's ruined your career.
Yes.
Destroyed your career. How do you know if they're laughing at you or laughing at the lips?
We had a hearing, and the judge gave me 3 jokes, and it told me to go on a television show, do the jokes, and when the audience laughs at your lips, you'll wind up with the money. If they laugh at the jokes, you won't.
Okay.
So you're my very good friend, and I'll do these jokes here, and I know they'll laugh at my lips.
Okay. All right. This is important. The $10 million in the balance here, ladies and gentlemen. You go ahead.
Okay. Man walks into a bar and sits down there, sees a monkey in a cage. And he orders a beer, and he says to the bartender, what's the monkey in the cage?
Yeah, it's
and he
super,
said, don't bother me, just drink. This goes on for a half hour. Finally, the bartender says, all right, I'll show you. He opens the cage, the monkey jumps out, he takes a baseball bat and hits the monkey over the head. The monkey pulls the bartender's pants down and gives him oral sex. The patron said, my God, that's amazing. The bartender said, you want to try it? He says, yeah, but don't hit me so hard.
Gavin is the punchline.
They're laughing at the lips, not the joke.
Yes. A little boy goes to his father, who's a chief, a little Indian boy, and he said, Daddy, where do Indian children get their names from? And the chief said, from the last thing the mother sees before she gives birth. That's why your sister is named Magnificent Rainbow. That's why your brother is named
Okay, we should be back. Let's see.
Water.
Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me go back. Sorry about that.
That's why your brother is named Rachidi. Where do Indian children get their names from? And the chief said, from the last thing the mother sees before she gives birth. That's why your sister is named Magnificent Rainbow. That's why your brother is named Running Deer. And that's why your other sister is named Crystal Water. Why do you ask the question, two dogs?
What are you doing?
A woman's very... A woman's very afraid of the size of her opening. So she...
Rejected he is.
I could lose a lot of money here.
I'm sorry. Please tell the joke.
A woman's afraid of the size of her opening, so she goes to her mother. She says, "What am I going to do? I'm so big down there. When I marry Harry, he's going to divorce me." She says, "Don't worry, sweetheart. It runs in the family. Do what I did when I married your father. Go to the market, get some raw liver, put it in there. He'll never know the difference." So they get married, they have 8 hours of sex. She wakes up, he's gone, but there's a note on her pillow. It says, "My darling Harriet, to think that I waited a year to consummate our love relationship makes my heart beat so loudly I'm surprised it didn't wake you up. The only reason I didn't wake you up, my sweetheart, is the sun was shining through the window on your face and you were like the pot of gold at the end of my love rainbow. The only reason I'm not here now, darling, is I'm at work to make enough money to buy you a house, a picket fence, we'll have dogs and children. When the 5 o'clock dinner bell rings, I will be home like the winged gossamer of love in your arms, your loving husband, Harry. P.S. Your is in the sink."
That's funny.
They're taking the show away from us. You don't care, but Andy and I, this is our living. Do we know, was it you laughing at his, the jokes? Or were you laughing at his lips?
Thank you, baby.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
You did it.
There you go. Yeah. His cunt, her cunt was in the sink, he said in his, but I don't know what happened. I mean, seriously, joking aside, I mean, I understand people get filler. I didn't know men usually get filler. I don't know if he's having an allergic reaction. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but Lady Lala says, "Jaffe, we like your connections. The BBU enjoys your view on the paranormal intake, hun." Yeah, we had Becky on a couple weeks ago. It was great. No, 2 weeks ago. She came on and got high with us. It was delightful. Yeah, absolutely, man. Okay. So 888-910-7235. Give us a shout if you want to call in. In the meantime, I would like to look up, well, actually, no, let's go to the chat. I was going to bring up some stuff on the show to show you guys basically as it relates to just weird reels and horror reels, but and we can get to that. But let's see what the chat wants to talk about first. Let's also remind you that we're almost $100 away from playing the Ludo game while taking some dope. Now, if you don't believe me, I have the dope right here ready to go. It is Camino. Oh, you can't see that. Come on, Jaffe. Don't ask him to fucking, see that. Good, Jaffe. Just wait. There we go. Stop sharing. There we go. There's the Camino right there. Camino Indica. Camino Indica. There we go. So consider subscribing or super chats and we'll get rolling. Jaffe, have you seen that Bunny was found with tentacles? I've seen people in the chat write that twice. I have no idea what that means. But
What does that mean?
I mean, I know what it means. Like, I understand English, but I don't know what they're talking about. Dark Carnival, Bud Crazy Psycho Circus says, "Hey Jaffe, how you been?" I've been great. How have you been? How's the Psycho Circus going? We got enough dope to smoke to keep us peachy, says John. Not the greatest goal anyone would want to pay for, if I'm being honest. Really? Why? Okay, fine. I'll let you guys choose. Would you rather watch the first episode of Alien Earth, the new Alien horror show, or would you rather play the
Scary game.
couple hours of a scary game? I just want to do something horror. I just want to do something scary. We can watch Alien if you want, not the movie, but the new show, which is supposed to be great. I did play Hell Is Us. I played it on PC. I assume it's the same demo that just came out. It's some kind of fungus growing out of rabbits. Okay, but Bunny Button doesn't have it though. Is what you're saying? Oh well, yeah, no, yeah, okay, I understand now. I thought you said Bunny, like Bunny has tentacles growing out of her. That would be concerning. Can you look it up? It's freaky. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Tech, would you mind putting up a poll to see if they'd rather play the game or watch an episode of Alien? Yes, Anna, thank you for the super chat. She kicks us up to $200 tonight, and we are 100 away. Thank you, Anna, from being able to either play a game or watch Alien. But in the meantime, yeah, let me look it up. So, Anna, what would I Google? Would I just Google like rabbits tentacles? Oh, Jesus. Colorado rabbits seem to be growing horns and tentacles. What the fuck? Here, I'll show you this. Good God, that's gross. Okay. You weren't wrong, champ. Colorado Parks and Wildlife rep told Yahoo the virus is common. Okay. Rabbits with black horns and tentacles. Scabbish looking growth over their face. The dark growths are caused by a virus that pops up in the summer at certain places. Okay, so it's not like, oh my God, it's disgusting though. A cottontail rabbit with SPV growths photographed in Minnesota. Look at this motherfucker. They fall off? Yeah, Cthulhu bunnies, you goddamn right. What do you do if you spot it? They remain mostly healthy after getting it, even if the growths get long and look like horns, which is why they don't recommend euthanizing them. If someone sees a rabbit with the black tumors on its head or neck, it's not a concern. There's no rehabilitation for wild rabbits with the disease. It's only harmful if the growth starts to interfere with its ability to eat or drink. Or the other rabbits make fun of them. If you find a dead rabbit, wear gloves and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if they ever fall off though. I don't know if they ever fucking, fall off the fucking bunny, but, I would hope so. It doesn't look comfortable. Lady Lala says the alien guy that pregnated the guy. What? I love the movie where the alien guy prego the guy because it was sad. He was played by a black guy. I remember the movie, the kid's mom, dad, alien guy died. I have no idea. You are higher than I'm going to be soon. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, but I don't. Yeah, no, this is pretty nasty. It's pretty fucking nasty shit, man. Do you know, my child got bit tonight by one of the dogs? I'll tell you, there's nothing.
Not a great story to say on stream, but okay.
Well, I mean, nothing bad happened. Everything worked out. It wasn't, it wasn't like the dog was violent or anything. It's very interesting, but because one of the worst sounds you can hear in your home is when dogs are fighting. And then I heard my kid screaming, and I was like, "Holy shit, what is going on?" And it's interesting because my understanding is, so Sarah was playing with Ace or sitting there, and Courage, to his credit, is very, very protective of Sarah. And so I think what happened was either Sarah leaned on Ace or Ace leaned on Sarah, and Courage and Ace get along beautifully. But I guess that just triggered some instinctual thing in him where he was like, oh, I have to protect my girl. And Sarah just happened to get in the way of them kind of being aggressive for a brief moment. And just, she didn't even, there was no skin broken or anything. It was just like a little bite. And then they broke it off. And I'm sure if I'm out there, I don't know where the dogs are right now. They're probably sitting on the couch together, lovey-doving it up. But it was scary. I don't know why that's on my mind. I guess because I'm looking at this creepy animal and just going, you never know with animals. You never fucking know. You hear those stories about, some kid gets killed by a fucking dog that was the family dog for 8 years. And suddenly it just one day, I mean, those are rare stories.
I talked to Sarah after, and it seems like she was on her phone, right? And she likes to pet the dogs, and she's like mindlessly scrolling through like TikTok or whatever. And Ace is he's a big clumsy guy. He's not the most coordinated fellow with his feet. No. So I guess he got really onto the couch, right? And it looked like he was gonna lay on her because he'll just plop himself places. So I guess Courage saw that and was like, "What are you doing?" and try to correct that behavior. And they were like, I guess, because Ace wasn't doing anything bad.
No.
So Ace was like, what the fuck? And then I guess they both dogged out.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Lady Lala says, listen, I have a story about my mom's dog. She ended up in the ICU. We'd love for you to tell it. Why don't you call in and tell it? We have a phone number here on the show. You can call in with 888-910-7235. We've never heard your voice before. It'd be nice to hear you talking to us in the wild and tell us about your mom. I hope she's okay. Lord Troll says, I like petting dogs. You goddamn right. Oh my God, the slip nuts. Oh my God. Who knows about the slip nuts? Jesus Christ. I don't know what the better comedy bit is, the slip nuts or the whole Jordan Schlansky run. Where the slip nuts were slipping on nuts, clowning around and slipping on nuts. Where the slip nuts were slipping on nuts. Oops, he fell down. I slipped on some nuts. That's the slip nuts. That's back when Conan O'Brien thought he had booked Slipknot, but they accidentally booked a band called the Slipnuts. And what they did was they threw nuts on the ground and they slipped on the nuts. It was delightful. Jaffe, imagine Cardi B like Thick Gemini says. I don't know anything about that. I mean, I understand who Cardi B is, and I know who Thick Gemini is, but I don't know how it relates to your mother being in the ICU because she was attacked by a dog. I don't know anything about that. Hey, let's go to Cameo. Let's see who's making cameos these days.
There's no adult content at Cameo, right?
I don't think so. Think so.
Okay.
I saw Conan O'Brien live once. He was great. He was really, really great. All right, let's see. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, let's go to Cameo, and let's see. I got Rob the Mod a cameo once from this. What she was
from
like,
Slipnuts.
No. I got him a cameo from a WWE referee that he had a crush on. Stick Solid does cameos. I don't know about that. Okay, let's see. Top 10. James Buckley. I don't know who that is. Bofum. I don't know any of these people. Smooth Poppy. Corey King. Jax Taylor. Soy Teat. Oh, okay. Jen from Corporate. Simon Kaga. Oh, he's the Why Are You Gay? Oh, that's great. Big John. Okay, none of these people I give a shit about. Let's see. Let's see who's big. Anna G, thank you for the super chat. Anna G says, Tech, how you feeling?
A little, not sick. Not doing great though.
Not doing great. Sarah says her throat might be getting sore again. This is some shit, man.
I went to go check on her during the stream, and she's like, "Yeah, I think I'm sick."
Really?
She's not happy about it either.
No, I don't blame her. Let me up that. We're at 202. Thank you, Miss Anna G. We appreciate that. Joel McHale, I think, is hilarious. He was great in Community. It's weird. You can get $300. You'll get a cameo from him. Michael Rappaport, Ricky Berwick. I think Bunny likes Ricky Berwick. I know who some of these people are. This is the guy from Impractical Jokers. That's a funny show. Roseanne's ex-husband. I wonder if that You Go in the River. If that You Go in the River guy.
For sure he's. I don't think he's on there.
If I ever decide to do live on stream is for VBU Becky Boop. What do we? We're not asking you to show yourself. Just call in. It's a telephone. Relax. Call in. Practice with us here. Who are these people? These are not famous people. Let's go to categories. Let's see what we got. Okay, Comic-Con. What the fuck is that? Oh my God. Go look. All right, Comic-Con. What do we get from that? We get Data from Star Trek. That's okay. John Rice Davies, Sala from Indiana Jones. That's kind of cool if you're into that. Hey, Winnie. There's old Winnie from the Wonder Years. John Schneider.
I don't know any of these people.
Okay, who should I look up that you would be like, whoa? How about Terry Crews?
Oh, yeah, Terry. I was gonna say, you know who it is. It's Terry Crews.
Let me look up Terry Crews. You think I don't see him on here? I see Puppet Party. Who else? Give me somebody. Who should I look up? $15 a can of Skull, a 6-pack of Budweiser will get you 3 chats from Stick Solid. Yeah, there you go. Who are these people? Okay, let's see. Who else? Let's look up the bottom of the barrel. Like, let's say we had nobody. Oh, well, that's because it says Terry Crews. Let's go back to the beginning here. Let's do musicians. Okay. Let's do lead singers.
Do rock. Oh, lead singer's fine.
Rascal Flatts, Simple Plan, The Darkness.
Brandon Flowers on there.
Brandon Flowers. D. Snyder.
He's a singer for The Killers.
What's his name?
Brandon Flowers.
No.
Nah. I think it's Brandon Flowers.
Sam Winter for $80 says Nugget. That's a steal. Yeah, he was in Supergirl and he plays Deacon. Deacon in, Deacon out. Bootsy Collins is still alive? Jesus Christ. Who else we got? George Clinton. I don't know any of these people. I'll tell you what. Don't get old, kids. Or get old. It's okay. Get old. Jaffe, by the way, I think the Alien movie is Enemy, not Enemy of Mine, Enemy Mine. Yeah, with Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett Jr. Yeah, that was a good movie. That's a good movie. I like that movie. Who are these people? I don't know who any of these fuckers are. I mean, come on now. I bet my kids probably know who some of these fuckers are. But no, this is not doing it for me. No, I don't think so. I bet porn actors and actresses would be really successful.
Oh, look up Cherry. What's her name?
I don't know.
Cherry Crush.
Here?
Yeah.
Cherry Crush. Like CR or KR?
Oh. I don't know. I think it's CR.
Cherry, this girl?
Cherry, it should be Cherry Crush.
Her name's just, she's just Cherry. Let's see, Saturday Night Live. Let's do creators though. I want to see YouTubers.
She's on Cameo.
Really? And I just
CHERRY CRUSH.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, okay. It's weird. It didn't show up.
Yeah.
Okay, she's currently unavailable.
She's in my top 5, Jaffe.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Legally Blonde. I don't know those people either. I mean, let me go to actors and then let's see. movies. Let's go to view all. Maybe there's who's like let's go to the most expensive person on Comic-Con. Not Comic-Con, on Chuck Norris. You can do Chuck Norris for $450. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Hi, Joshua.
Sounds kind of bad.
Your dad, mom, Paul, Angelina, and I want.
Okay, I don't care, but that's pretty good. Who else? Dule Hill from The West Wing. That's good. I know that guy. Jonathan Frakes. That guy almost hit me with his car. What's the guy? Mr. Feeney. Tommy Chong. Okay, these are at least some names here. We got Joel McHale. Art the Clown, that's pretty good. Robert Picardo. I drove Robert Picardo around when we were I was an intern for a TV series. Oh!
No.
Hello there. This is Corey Feldman, and I'm coming to you live and direct from my studio. But it's late at night. It's late in the middle of the night, and I'm coming to you live and direct from my studio late at night. And I have a very special video message. I'm trying to talk really quiet because there's people, even though this is a sound studio, there's people that live here because it's in my home. The studio is in my home. And did I mention
Oh.
Did he mention?
Hello there, this is Corey Feldman, and I am coming to you live and direct from my studio here in Los Angeles, California, and this is where all the magic happens.
Now, we have got to get Corey Feldman. That's got to be a goal soon. It's only $250. We have got to get Corey Feldman to do a cameo. And I wonder if it's bad because I mock him relentlessly. I don't hate him.
Hello there, this is Corey Feldman.
I don't hate him, but I mock him relentlessly. So I don't know if I would feel okay about actually reaching out to him and saying, could you say something for the show? But that's pretty great. That's pretty great that it's the Feldman. Is this a KA thing? We name actors all night. In New York, we live life to the fullest. What's a KA thing? You bet he'd come on the show? Oh, a California? I don't know what that means. Is what a California thing? I'm not sure I understand. But I mean, ultimately cameos are stupid, right? Though, because fundamentally, like you have to kind of pretend like, it's like, hey man, good luck with that exam coming up. Somebody told me that you studied really hard, but you're going to make it. And somebody told me that you're really into Corey Feldman movies, huh? It's like, yeah, dude. Like none of it's just, yeah, we should totally do cameos for the show and just collect them. I would go for Corey Feldman first though. That would be my white whale. I think. But now this is reality TV and I don't have time for that. I want actors. I want professionals is what I want. And he would need to say what's up with the youth. He would have to say what's up with the youth or I would be very upset with him.
Change it from featured to like most popular. Scroll to the top. Right down. Down. To the right. Up.
Let's just go high to low.
Is there like a price high to low is good?
20. Okay. Mr. Wonderful, you can get from the Shark Tank, $1,500. Rachel E. Harris wants $2,500. Andrew Dice Clay wants $1,000. Amanda Bynes. That woman got fucked up by Dan Schneider. Who else? Look at these prices. These people think a lot of themselves. I don't even know who these fucking people are. Angeline. I mean, come on. Nobody knows who that is anymore. Fran Drescher. Ice-T. That's pretty good to get Ice-T as a cameo. A David Attenborough impersonator wants $550. Fuck off. Fuck off. Stick Solid is not on here. What are you talking about? Let's see. Kevin Smith will do it for you for $500. That's pretty good. That'd be a good one. Oh yeah, I'm excited, Da Vinci, for BF6. Absolutely. Who else do we got? Dog the Bounty Hunter. That'll set you back $500. Richard Karn, Gabe. Who's Richard Karn? Is that a comedian? Wait, are these twins like conjoined twins? Richard Dreyfuss will do it for 500. Good God Almighty. That's something. Phil Hendry.
Is that Brad Pitt?
It's Brad Pitt lookalike.
Oh, lookalike.
Let's see.
Morgan Freeman would be crazy on here.
Oh, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
Who's that Bublé guy?
Michael Bublé. He's Dolph Lundgren, man. Look at you know, this guy's a chemist. This guy's really fucking smart. Really fucking smart.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren, crazy. Jeff Garlin, man, he's lost a lot of weight. He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Jerry Ryan from Star Trek. Leanne Rimes. Wayne Knight from Seinfeld and Jurassic. Billy D. Williams, Lando's on there. Come on now. Come on now. Oh no, Dawson's on there. Come on. Oh, this guy's apparently an asshole, but you know, the guy who played in Entourage, whatever his name was, Lloyd, Anthony Michael Hall, Peter Weller, RoboCop. Come on now. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. Ricky Lake, Maury Povich. Is Maury Povich dead? Jerry Springer's dead.
Oh.
The Frog Brothers. What? Corey Feldman will do that too? Damn. He's all over this thing.
Who's the old action star who now is suffering from like dementia and he's like
That's Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis on there?
No. Come on. Can you imagine? He just stare at
Like
the
you just
thing.
like
You can just
hey, yeah,
lie.
I need you to give a story to my nephew Steven. He's graduating from high school.
Yeah. No, he would just stare. He would just stare.
He doesn't grumble?
That
And
no,
mumble?
that's Patton Oswalt's wife. That's Toby from The West Wing, and from The Good Doctor, Dr. Glassman. I love Richard Schiff. And
Who's
Odin.
the actor that does the Good Doctor?
Yeah. Oh,
The kid.
Oh, he's not on here. What's that guy's name? Who plays the Good
They're
Doctor?
from Good
Freddie something. Jordan
Freddie Highmore.
Schlansky. From Conan. This guy's hilarious, man.
Yeah, Freddie Highmore, but yeah, I don't think he's on there either.
No, he's he's working on. I mean, I wonder. Like, I get if you were a name, and then you kind of lost a little bit, and you're like, hey, I can make easy money. I get it, but when you're still actively working as an actor, I wonder what the incentive is for this. Like, is it that maybe your agent and your lawyer doesn't take a cut, so it's just extra money that takes no time? You know, I like the thing that Rob Lowe said once. They asked him, it's like, why do you seem to work all the time and you'll take anything? And he says, hey man, I love acting, and you never know when your last role is going to be your last role. So as long as someone's going to pay me to act, I'm showing up to act if I have the free time to do it, which I think it's a pretty good, healthy attitude. Angie Harmon, I used to think she was hot. Let's see. Jaffe do act callings? What does that mean? What's an act calling? I have not taken an edible yet. I'm not taking it unless we make our goal tonight. Oh no, the guy in Superman is in there. But if we make our goal, we're less than $100 away. Again, did you put up a poll? Oh my God, it's 50.
Yeah, it's there.
50% of you guys want to watch Alien. 50% of you want to watch the horror game. All right, well, here's the deal I'll make with you. Tech, how long are the episodes of Alien? Can you look into that real quick if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Let's see. Who are these people? Sherry O'Terry, she's an SNL. What about Steve?
They are 54 to 63
All right, that's a
minutes
lot.
long.
Okay, well, I here's what I would say. I could do 30 minutes of an Alien episode and an hour of the game, if that's what you guys want. But we gotta make our goal. We're not, we're $100 away. Come on, fellas, let's do it. You guys have been great tonight. I don't mean to be a pain in your ass. We don't have to do it. We can do it later. But if you are interested in hanging out, staying up late, playing a game, watching a show, we're here for you. Otherwise, not a problem. Not a problem, pal. So I'm not sure what Lady Lala means. She says, do act callings. What is an act calling? I don't understand what that is. Do you know what that is, Tech? No.
I imagine it's role play on the phone.
Well, who am I going to call?
She wants you to role play with her.
Well, yeah, have her call me. I'll role play. Absolutely.
Call in.
Okay. Let me go over here real quick. Oh, there we go. We got Kentucky calling. Kentucky, what's going on? It's Jaffe and Tech. What do you want to talk about?
Hi, Jaffe. Hi, Tech. It's just in case TTV.
Hey, good to see
Hi.
you.
Good to hear you.
Hey, yo.
What's up?
Yeah, you as well. Hey, I'm a gamer since birth, man. Atari 2600.
Me too. Me too.
Did you say he's a gay nerd since birth?
I've only
Gamer.
yeah, yeah, gamer. I had a PlayStation 1, man. I've been Xbox ever since, but I have played your games, and to actually speak with you and to be here, I feel like I'm talking to like Dan Forden, from Mortal Kombat, like the toasty guy, like you're the dude, like that's wild, man.
Well, I appreciate you calling and supporting the show and being here with us. I appreciate that, man, and thank you for playing our games. Thank you for that.
Yeah, man, it's awesome, man. Just be able to tap in and say hi. And I'm sorry all the typos in the chat, man. I got to adjust my keyboard some more,
No, not a problem at all. That's fine.
No worries. I'm illiterate.
Right, there you go. But I would say though, yes, no, a lot of us made those games, and we sure do appreciate you playing them. Any questions or anything you want to talk about, or you just calling in and say hi?
Yeah, just calling in to say hi. Looking at the chat, all the different subjects, and keep having things popping. Everybody has something they want to say. So I figured I'd just call in to say kudos, man. It's awesome to talk to the creator of history. You made gaming history, so
well,
that's awesome.
Thank you for that, and thank you for liking our stuff, man. I appreciate it, and call back anytime. Thanks, bud.
All right. Thank
See you
y'all.
So Taylor Swift decided, hey, this is my album. It's coming out. I think she dropped a date for when it's coming out. I don't know why people dislike this woman so goddamn much. Why are people so mad at it? It's just because she's successful. What do you think that's about, Tech? Why do people dislike Taylor Swift so much? She's a nice lady. She gives money to charity. She helps fans out.
It's probably...
I mean, and she's
It's
beautiful.
probably like the sense of like she's so popular that a lot of the hate comes from what, like men, right? I imagine.
Yeah, a lot of it comes
the
from
majority of
men.
haters are men. It's like, well, this music isn't like it doesn't vibe with me. It's not like something that I can get into. And then when they meet women are like, oh well, yeah, I love Taylor Swift. This song, and it probably just gets like played too much for that person's taste.
I mean, your girlfriend adores Taylor Swift. Do you not like her? Or what's your take on her?
She's okay. There's like a couple songs that are in the rotation. Like Mirrorball's in there.
Mirrorball's cool.
It's not like usually my mood when I'm listening to music to listen to like a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah. Well, I get that a lot of dudes don't like her. I tend to like chick music more than dude music. Not always, but I love Taylor Swift. I think she's amazing. But yeah, she was on a podcast today with her boyfriend and his brother. I forget what it's called, but they live streamed it on YouTube. It did like 1.7 million concurrent views, which is pretty great. She's a clone, says Matthew. Life is easy when you're a clone. How is she a clone? What do you mean? SF says she's just like mainstream Kmart music. I don't really understand what it is about music that make something mainstream Kmart music? You know, is it that it's got a good hook? You know, I'm curious about that. I'm curious why people don't like a lot of pop music. A lot of guys don't. Like, they're embarrassed, or not even embarrassed. They shit on it. They don't like it.
I don't dislike you, Anna G. I like you, Anna G.
What?
See you in the chat.
Where did Anna G say?
Anna G was asking if I dislike her.
Why would she ask that?
I don't know. But don't get me started on fucking Matthew Montadoro.
Paramore and Hallstrom I like as well. Yes. Oh, well, yeah, she is the clone of the ex-head of the Satanist church. That's not a lie. That's weird. That's fucking weird. There's no goddamn doubt. She does look like that person. But see, that's not even true. Darth Nugget says, I think it's the level of production, having a full room of writers for the songs. She writes her own songs.
She's involved with, like, I want to say 95 or 98% of the songs she writes.
Yeah.
But she does have like co-writers, and it's
Well,
pretty what's the term? English. Fuck. Consistent who those co-writers are. She's been working with them for like the past decade.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's.
But she's on every track, almost every track.
Yeah, she writes all of her lyrics. She writes the hook. She writes the melodies. Does she work with, producers? Yeah, like pretty much every other fucking singer out there. So I don't know where you get this idea she's got a room full of writers. Well, you can say sure she does, but at that point, George Bush, I mean, show me evidence to the contrary. I mean, there is a union. You can't just lie about your contributions, or that's lots of money people make when they're the writer of a song that's a hit song. Who writes Taylor Swift songs? Taylor Swift writes and co-writes the vast majority. She collaborates with other songwriters like Jack Antonoff, Max Martin, and Aaron Dessner. Yep. She also has a significant catalog of songs solely written by her. Her songwriting.
Yeah, true.
I don't understand the problem. They need to perform more.
Did you know
they need to perform more? She just finished a 3-year world tour, and each concert was like, I think the Eras tour was a 3-hour tour that went for 3 years. I thought you were mad at me. Oh, says Anna to you. When I was defending stuff with Bunny. Oh, I don't know.
I don't get mad at people except for a guy who claims to have played with Prince.
Tech is under the impression he doesn't get mad. I keep telling him I don't want to be in the room when you one day realize that that's called suppressing your emotions. Everybody gets mad. Everybody gets upset.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm chill.
Well, you can be chill, but you
don't want to be in the room when I am mad, though. That's a bad.
You just said you didn't get mad.
Well, I don't, but there will be a day where I will. Yeah. Well, that's not going to be a great day.
Well, yeah, you don't want to see me mad. I run pretty even, but I will when I do get mad. Though it can get intense.
Yeah, which, I saw you get mad.
When?
It was during the. We heard that there was rumors being spread about people that you care for.
Oh, yes.
Remember that day? That day was crazy.
And then he called me and said, I never said any of that. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm stepping away from this drama. Because...
What a crazy time.
Yeah. K-Nubs, thank you for the super chat, buddy. We appreciate that. That kicks us up to $203. Thank you so much. Well, I can't speak. Thank you so much, buddy. All right. 203. Come on, fellas. Let's make one. Here's what I'm gonna. I can promote it. I can push for donations. But people have been so generous tonight, and we don't have a big viewership like a lot of these channels. I don't want the same people that have already given their hard-earned money to keep donating. So I don't want to be this guy. So here's what I'll say. If you've already donated tonight, please stop giving us money. We'll take your money tomorrow. But you've given enough. But if you like the show, if you like the channel, if you like what we do, and you'd like to see us go an extra hour and a half and do a game or a show, Alien, then help us get to that extra $93. But only if you've not donated tonight. Because, let's not have everybody do the heavy lifting. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what truthful comments that you think I'm ignoring. Which comments are you talking about? See, this is what's wrong with your generation, Addie Pie, is my generation wants examples. So if you say I'm ignoring the truthful comments, and then I got to wait for you to read my response, which inevitably is going to be me saying, hey, what comments am I ignoring? Why don't you
cringe.
Why don't you just put it out there and then we saves us all time? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be a joy?
I think Addie Pie's just cringe.
Addie Pie is weird because whenever I talk to Addie Pie in real life, like he's called into the Discord before when I was playing a Star Wars game and stuff, he seemed like a very nice, normal guy. I was like, this guy's totally chill and nice to talk to, and but in the chat, he is such a contrarian little asshole, which makes you go, I don't know which one's the real Addie Pie. Read the Taylor Swift comment. Well, which one, Addie Pie? Why don't you do me the favor and copy paste it and make my life a little easier, versus me having to scroll through and know what the fuck you're talking about. Lady Lala says, Jaffe, just say fuck the LCU and what they think you should say and not who gives a... What? I don't understand. What does she want me to do?
With whatever you said, I agree.
Say fuck the... Well, okay. The problem is, I like Billy over there. I like Rastov over there. I can't say fuck all the LCU. I don't care for Keemstar at all. I feel bad for Boogie because I know he's a genuinely nice person and he's a spiritual person and he's a searcher and he's being forced to be kind of a performative asshole to make a living, and that makes me sad. But I don't have any hate for Boogie, but I really don't like Keemstar. I don't like Brantley. Xylee, I'd probably get along with Xylee. I got no issues with Xylee. I mean, there's things people have done. I don't want to get into that because I don't know the history, but just my own experience. But I like that girl, Zay Zooted.
Yeah.
Right? I like one buff Weeb.
Weeb.
Good
people.
But yeah, Keemstar I think is I don't think he's a good guy fundamentally. I think he's kind of I think he's a man child, and I think he's heading towards, as the kids say, a crash out. That's just my opinion. I don't have any evidence other than just looking at him and going, there's a rage in that little dude. That I do think at one point, if he doesn't, and I've heard he doesn't believe in therapy, he doesn't believe in any, there's going to be a point where that guy crashes out. And I guess that's okay. That's how we grow, right? As long as he doesn't hurt anybody. But I think he's headed towards a crack up. I don't know. That's just my take on the guy. But I don't hate anybody. I don't want anybody to be hurt. LCU has been a live business meeting every episode since Wings left. Yeah, no, I know. A nice warm cut of pumpkin spice Addie Pie for the fall. Hey, listen, I'm excited for football season. Tech, we don't know about that. You haven't been here when football. Do you like the football?
No.
Oh, well, too bad. Guess we're not watching football.
Only because I
guess we're not watching
choose
football
not to
together.
I choose not to get into sports because my autism will make me memorize all the names of the players and their stats, and I'll just get invested. And
Well, I am excited for Auburn.
It takes a lot of time.
I'm excited for Auburn football.
Oh, college football?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll watch college football because I don't give a fuck. It's never going to be like a point of conversation.
Auburn is terrible. They probably will always be terrible unless they get lucky, like a couple of years. But I still love them. I still love them. So I'm excited for football season. Professional football, I don't really have a team I root for, but I do love football. I love all sports. Sports are great. Jaffe, what's your get you going? What do you enjoy, hun? Lady Lala, are you drunk, high, or is English your second language? If it's your second language, I tip my hat to you because it's not easy to speak multiple languages. And, that's impressive. But I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Jaffe, what gets you going? What do you enjoy? What gets you going? What do enjoy, hun? What? I don't understand. What did she text? You know what she's asking me?
What makes you horny, Jaffe?
I don't think that's what she's asking.
Yeah, what gets you going?
Is she asking
Enjoy,
for
hun.
hobbies?
Nah. Turns the crank.
Well, like what kind of women do I like? Is that what you're asking?
I don't know. Or maybe you see like a balloon animal and you're like, wow.
No.
I don't know.
No, not balloon animals. I like well, I've always liked Asian women. I like the girl next door look, like Melissa Benoist. I like women who can kind of switch it up, who sometimes are very aggressive, but also are very docile depending on the mood, the day. I find the people who are just straight up always the same pretty dull. How do I feel about alt girls? I don't know what that means.
Alternative looking girls.
I know, but I don't know what that means. I mean, alt that's a huge bucket. So
Just Google search alt girl.
how about she just explains it to me instead?
How do you explain a look in like
I don't know
140 characters?
Is she talking? That's what I'm saying. Is she talking about a generalized name that fits into the alt girl definition, or
It's a fashion type.
Is she?
It's like a look.
I want to know. Does she mean that? Is she talking about it as a fashion type? Then I'll look it up. What I always find funny is the word cream pie. Cream pie to me, just used to be sex, and now I'm like, what's a cream pie? Oh, that's where you have sex and come inside a woman. I'm like, oh, you mean sex? But I guess not. Jaffe is like that episode of The Office where Michael accidentally smokes weed and kisses a girl with a lip ring. What? Okay, fashion type. Okay, let me look up an alt girl. Who's a beautiful or who's a very well-known famous alt girl that would be like, oh, she personifies alt.
Belle Delphine is an
Belle
alt girl.
Delphine, I think, is super hot. Yeah. If that's an alt girl, sure. Let's see. Okay, yeah, let me put these up on the screen and I'll show you the ones I think are attractive. How about that? How about we play that little game?
Yeah.
Let's play that game. Share screen. Okay. I think this girl is kind of hot. This girl's kind of hot.
Did you look up alt black girls? Why is it?
It just says
It's very skewed in a demographic that is not commonly known as being alt.
I don't know. Avril Lavigne, is she alt? I think she's hot. Sure. Then I guess my answer is yeah. I like alt girls. A lot of these girls look really young, so pardon me, but I'm not sure, yeah, absolutely. So my answer is yes. My answer is yes. Jaffe, do girls calling you? Are you asking me if girls call me? Yeah. I don't understand what do you mean? Nice credit card number. You don't see a credit card number on here. Yeah, these are attractive ladies. Yeah. Google just factored in his white guilt. Right. Yeah, there you go. Of course, sure. Mr. Jaffe, I'm Latina. Okay, so you do speak Spanish and English. Is that what's going on? Any plans for IRL streams this fall? I think so. I know that was sort of the idea when Tech got here, and then things got busy, and then he got sick, and I got sick, and it's been hard to really get back on that. But yeah, I would definitely like to do some more IRL streams. A lot of it is also a question of, how much of the political show are we going to do, which doesn't really require as much IRL. Right now we do Gabbin' and Games live, Gabbin' and Games pre-recorded. We do Madhouse, and we do what we're currently calling political fatties, right? I think that's what it's called at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know which ones are going to sort of survive the year, which ones we're going to really start trying to build into a big brand, and which ones we're going to sort of start let to peter out. As you guys know, we're trying to build the channel. We're trying to make a successful business out of this, and so a lot of it's going to depend on what people like to watch, and all that. It's been a very challenging job trying to figure out, where to put your energy every day. Like tomorrow I'm going to wake up and we may do a political fatties, or I may do a live Gabbin' and Games. I don't know. I would say I'd wake up late if we're going to do dope tonight, but it looks like we're not going to make that goal.
Yeah, no dope today.
No dope today, which is fine. You guys have been great. Thank you guys so fucking much for supporting the show and being here for us. I know you guys were joking in the Discord, but every time we get a donation of any amount, it's just a wonderful validation of like, okay, you guys are digging the product, and that makes me happy. I think, Jaffe, you have to devote to this stuff 24/7. I do. This is my full-time job. But there's a point where, it's either going to work or it's not going to work, right? And as Tech points out to me all the time, we actually make more. We're like, we're like in the 10% of earners on YouTube because it's so oversaturated and there's so many people doing it that most people would probably be really happy with the business. But, we want to, I have a lot of experience with people who make a lot more money at this than I know in my real life. And I'm not going to rest until we can beat those guys. So, have I seen The Blacklist? The show with that
The
dude?
show.
That show's great. That show's great.
Love that show.
Did we find a sponsor? Fuck no. No one will sponsor this fucking show. Nobody wants to sponsor this. I don't know why. Tech says it's because I say bad words. And I'm like, you know what? I get it. I get that if you are Walmart, you probably don't want to sponsor this show. I get it. But if you're a fucking pot dispensary and you won't fucking sponsor the show, or if you're like an alt comic book publisher and you won't sponsor the show, something's going wrong. We're doing something wrong. I think way too much.
We'll do a hard campaign again tomorrow.
Given any given day, how Jaffe should be ready to accept an inevitable dark truth. What is the dark truth? Tell me.
That butt stuff is the best stuff.
Yeah, I guess. What's my favorite candle scent?
It's a Yankee Candle
I love
vanilla
candles.
bean.
I love vanilla bean. I love sandalwood. I have got those candles that are supposed to smell like bookstores and stuff, and they kind of do, but they never really do. Adam and Eve. I'd love great. Almost anything you can suggest, we've reached out. At least Tech tells me he has.
some of them are even like through your personal Twitter, and they just don't respond.
Yeah, I mean, literally, Ground News follows me. I follow them. They've thanked me in the past for promoting them. And so I tweeted them and I said, hey, we're looking to get sponsors for the show. And I don't want affiliates. I want sponsors. Crickets. Ozempic, the Olive Garden, 7-Eleven. Now, none of those companies do not really sponsor this kind of show. So I wouldn't expect it. Tory
but we reached out to Blue Chew, Tory Holistics. I've reached out to like some comic book stores in San Diego.
The guy that delivers Tory Holistics to me keeps telling his bosses, call this guy. He gets dope from us all the time. He's always promoting, and I'll still promote him because I love him. And they just don't call. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's what it is, you know. What's the dark truth though that I'm supposed to accept, K-Nubs? That sounds fascinating to talk about. I need specifics. I like dark truths. Where'd it go? Here it goes. Jaffe, big dogs or little dogs? All dogs. I fucking
Dogs go to heaven.
Adore dogs. They are one of the best things about being alive. They are the sweetest, most loyal, most loving. At least that's how I perceive them. You know, I don't really know what their perception. I don't even know if they perceive time linearly. Jaffe, you look like the guy that deserves a good brain job. What? Okay. Okay. Well, there
I think
you go.
they're flirting with you, Jaffe.
But what's a brain job?
That's head.
No, just say a blow job then.
Yeah, but you don't want to type that out. I don't know. Censorship, YouTube. I don't fucking know.
Are you?
I don't know. Lady Lotto's she's been freaky with you all night.
Are you offering to give me a blow job? Are you local and can you send me a picture?
Call in, Lady Lala.
Or do you mean a?
What's the number, Jaffe?
The number, she won't call in. Her love is with Becky Boop. She says her only call in is going to be for Becky Boop. But that is 888-910-7235. Maybe a VPN. I'll sell anything as long as it's not, you know, crap. I got no issues with VPNs. All right. Well, anyway, fellas, that has been the show. I appreciate it. I know Tech appreciates it. I hope, Bunny, if you're out there watching or listening, even if you're not, our well wishes go out to you. Call Becky Boop for you. If she's awake, I'll call her. Give me your number or tell her to hop in the Discord. We'll bring her on right now. Yeah.
How about you call us, Lady Lala? Flirt with Jaffe in person.
Yeah, don't be a baby. Don't be a baby, Lala. Got her. I would not take a sponsorship from Trump. No, Addy Pie, not at all. So we are now 3 hours away from Battlefield 6 going live again. I'm excited, but I might go online and play some Call of Duty for an hour after this stream. I was going to play a horror game with you guys, but come on. Dark Nugget says, Jaffe, you need to promote the show in more places, other places. Go on more podcasts and streams. Yeah, Tech. Get us out there.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, Tech has tried. And people say, oh, Jaffe's too hot. Not hot like that, but like he cusses too much or he's too...
Yeah, they'll be like, link the channel and I'll see his videos. And they'll look at the most recent live stream or most recent video and they're like, I don't know. Or they'll be like, oh, hey, can you share a video? And I'll find like the most like, you know, this is like the most normal video we do. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like my sponsors aren't going to be happy about this.
Because why?
I mean, well, because the people I reach out to are the ones that are like oriented towards you, which are like either going to be people talking about like horror stuff.
So
or
why
aliens,
would the sponsors
or
not
gaming.
why would the sponsors not be happy about it then?
Because when they cover it, they're like, there are some spooky things that go bump in the night. a story from Oregon from 2015 talks about, and they give like a little presentation of like a scary story, right? I forget the YouTuber's name, but I reached out to that guy. And he's like, oh, he does stuff like me? Let me check him out. And it's you going, yeah, can you imagine the fucking aliens coming down here? Fuck those cunts. All right, they think they can just come and take.
Awesome.
I know it's awesome for us, but for them, they're like, oh my god. They're like, oh no.
That's awesome.
I wish.
K-Nubs, thank you for the super chat. The end of the goal, chat. Let's choo-choo. Nah, we've made it to the end of the line, boys. We are at $205, and that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing.
I will say though, once Colin gets his, to Colin's credit, and I'm so grateful he's going to do this for us, is he's going to start giving us some redirects from his show when he live streams, and they were going to do it Monday, but they were having all kinds of OBS issues and whatnot. So hopefully Dustin's got that all worked out. Because that, between that and Becky sending their people over. And by the way, if you're watching our show and you have a stream and you're a small streamer, but you like what we're about and you would like us to redirect, reach out to Tech. We'll charge for it. We'll charge you for it. But, if you got like 10 people watching and you want more, we'll charge for it. It's a valuable thing. Tim Dillon leans into his persona and humor without caring what anyone says. That's why he's so popular. Well, yeah, but we're not popular. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe the issue is we're not popular. Redirect you to Rich. I'm happy to if he's still streaming. Let me know. Somebody, Gabe, please. No. Never apologize for being tapped out. We share this stuff with you at the end. Thank you, Lord Troll. And thank you, by the way, for your redirect. We appreciate it. We share this stuff with you, especially towards the end of the show, because it is what I think about a lot. I'm always, and Tech is always trying to make the show better. So it's a topic that's very close to the tip of my brain always. But it's absolutely nothing, Gabe, or any of you guys. You guys, you show up, you spend your money if you want to. Awesome. We love it. But that's not your responsibility. We just want you to enjoy the show. And if you do, and if you can afford to support it, we love it. All right. Yeah, let's redirect to Rich. Why not? Do we have let me set that up. Well, I'm running the stream. Let me
I can do it. Hold on.
All right.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, Alien, you don't have to watch Rich, but
keep talking to the audience.
I mean, unless you guys I like Rich, and he was on the show tonight, and he came on our show, which we appreciate. I'm happy to redirect to him. He's, but if there's somebody you want us to redirect to in the future, let us know. Absolutely, let us know.
All right, set up.
All right, so that has been the show. How do we do it? Do I just say stop streaming and it'll happen?
Yep. Stop streaming and stream on YouTube, and you're good to go.
All right, fellas, that has been Madhouse. Bunny, we hope to have you back tomorrow, but more importantly, we hope you're feeling better. I may stream some Call of Duty tonight, depends. But meantime, thank you for hanging out with us. Tech, any final words?
Thank you, chat. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for the donations. It was great.
Oh, wait, we got to do our top goals, including K-Nubs, number 2 tonight. He's climbing the charts. Number 10 is Sterling. Thank you, Sterling. Number 9 is Robbo. Number 8 is Anna G. Number 7, Amber Heard's Turd. Number 6, Full Metal Alchemist, but I don't really know who that is. Number 5, Invader. Thank you for all the support today. Gabe McKean, Mr. Norm, thank you so much for all the support. You as well, Johnny Sulk, as always. K-Nubs, thank you for all the support. And as always, sitting at the top of the charts, Mr. Monopoly Moneybags himself, Mr. Mish, thank you for all the support as well. Means the world to us. Be well, be safe, and we're going to send you over to Rich right now. Be well, guys.
Love you, chat.